This is a Headgum podcast.
No soup for you. This line, delivered by actor Larry Thomas in an episode written by Spike Feresten, was among the most famous catchphrases from the 90s sitcom Seinfeld. The episode's title character, the Soup Nazi, was inspired by Dr. Nair's soup purveyor Ali Al-Yeganeh, who at the time ran the bustling Manhattan hotspot Soup Kitchen International. In Feresten's telling in an interview on The Rich Eisen Show, the plotline's genesis came from his patronage of Yeganeh's soupery while writing for David Letterman, where he was denied his meal in the same way George Costanza is in the episode. When later hired as a writer for Seinfeld, Feresten's pitches were batted down by Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld himself, until Spike offhandedly mentioned the soup drama, which led to him being instructed to write a draft. Actor Larry Thomas, for his part, didn't make enough money portraying the Soup Nazi to quit his day job as a bail bondsman, though he did later clean up at cons and on Cameo. While the publicity boosted its business from tourists, Yeganeh naturally loathed the portrayal, and his original concept shuttered in 2004. But its spiritual successor reopened in its same Manhattan location in 2010 as part of a broader franchise expansion. As for automotive enthusiast Jerry Seinfeld, he went on to direct and star in the 2024 film Unfrosted, where Feresten was one of 4 credited writers. And, adjacent to Nazis, in remarks Seinfeld made at Duke University in September of 2025, he opined that people who say Free Palestine are worse than the KKK. This was following boos and walkouts at Seinfeld's Duke commencement speech over his unwavering support of Israel's brutal war in Gaza. In Feresten's telling, when he took Jerry Seinfeld to Soup Kitchen International shortly after the episode aired back in the 90s, Yeganeh told him, quote, "Get the fuck out of here." Words that still ring true today. This week on Doughboys, we say, yes, soup for us, as we continue Crock-Dough-Burn-Pho-Est 2025, a supersized month of bisques, broths, stews, and stocks, and crocks, with New York City's The Original Soup Man.
It's the Doughboys.
Mike, which camera?
That's your signal, yep. You and Mitch are on that.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? Which camera? That one, okay. This is me and Mitch as a double.
Welcome to Doughboys.
Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Tiger Weiger, along with my co-host, one half of Biscull and Split Peabert, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell.
Jesus Christ.
These can be used individually or in tandem, as our guest gives a big thumbs down. These can be used individually or in tandem for Soup Month, because bisque is a type of soup and split pea soup is a type of soup too. Additionally, no offense, but since the name of the Soup Month is a little dry and straightforward, I wanted to pitch adding a colon in the tagline, ladle to the grave, after it. Figured it was appropriate after Mr. T's bleak intro to the Betsy episode. Mahalo, Steve Mason from Colorado. How about that?
Steve, that a lot of explanation for your fucking shitty joke.
Yeah. I don't mind ladle to the grave.
Ladle to the grave is not bad, I guess. But also it doesn't fit with the Spielberg and Siskel and Ebert. Siskel
well,
and
no,
Ebert.
but that's
Jesus
a different
Christ.
thing. That's like a tag to Crock-Dough-Burn-Pho-Est 2025, which continues here, supersized month of bisques, broths, stews, and stocks, and crocks. So that's what it's a tag to. So I understand in that context.
He thinks we need to add more to that.
Yeah.
Wise eagle-eye viewers will notice, if you're watching the YouTube feed, that our setup is a little different today.
That's right. We're in New York City. We are here at and shout out to our guest and shout out to Eldis for hosting us here in the Stavros Halkias Studios. Very, very exciting that they were able to accommodate us as we're in the city that never sleeps, and we are having because we're reviewing a New York centric soupery.
Yes, that's right, Wise.
Yeah.
Speaking of never sleeping, I didn't get much sleep last night.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Someone was getting railed in the room next to me.
Wait, really?
Yes, for real. Yes. And for so long.
For a while.
It made me be like, fuck, this
Hell
is like
yeah.
this is longer than anything I've like ever.
Yeah, you're annoyed and you're questioning your manhood.
But I very much heard all night long, someone, God bless,
Nice.
whatever was going on. Some lady was enjoying herself.
Got it.
Yeah.
But you assume another individual was involved.
Whoever the other individual was, super quiet. They weren't saying anything. It was just I just heard the lady over like it was a good 40 minutes.
I mean, we don't want to get too explicit, but it could be someone self-pleasuring.
She had been
that's just
stroking her own shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That maybe was what it was what it was.
Just spreading the cream cheese, as it were.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they call me Lender's Bagels. Smear me up.
I couldn't hear anyone else, and I did have my ear to the wall.
Yeah. So. Jacking off, you finish. the fucking the refractory period passes. You jack off again. Finish. Jesus Christ.
My refractory period, as you know, is like a 72 hours.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but hey, I can say it now. The Arlo Hotel. There was a 6th floor of the Arlo Hotel.
It's kind of a part. It's too cool of a hotel. You get reach a certain age, you can't stay in like a hip hotel anymore.
Yeah,
young people hang out there, and it's just like I need to get some fucking sleep.
Did you notice there's a sound machine that's automatically on? You cannot turn off.
In the Arlo?
Yeah, it's like our room has like a little round sound machine, and it's plugged in where you can't get to the plug, so you cannot unplug it. It doesn't turn off. It's just on all the time.
Was mine getting interference? And that's what I was hearing last night? Because I
broadcasting?
I didn't. I had no idea.
I think it's because of that, so you don't hear what's happening in the next room.
Oh, that's wild. I didn't even notice there was a sound machine.
It's like on the desk.
Bad sign when there's a sound machine in your
Yes.
hotel.
Right.
Like, you're not getting quiet.
No.
We're starting there. There will not be peace and quiet here. Maybe this bullshit will help you.
Well, it also has a thing that I feel bad for Mike is here with us as well. And any couple that is there, the bathroom is the toilet is next to your
Pretty
bed.
much in the room, yeah.
And it
They're
seems
basically
like a nightmare.
slats on the bathroom door. They're just like it's an absolute audio nightmare.
It's very much like a zoo scenario where you're just seeing a person shit in like a little glass cage.
Everyone in this hotel is shitting in the lobby.
100%. Yes,
yeah, for
sure.
Yeah. Well, and also, I'm not sure if you do you have the mirror right outside of your bathroom door?
Yes. Yeah.
So
It's
you
always
just,
great to get a glimpse of my small dick on the way out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was gonna say my big ass on the toilet. That's what I was looking at. A lot of fun. We're recording here at Zombies World Studios. Pointedly not recording at Headgum, New York, which no longer exists. Kind of a bummer. A huge bummer. And as part of that, that happened a little while ago in the recent past, and then this in the more recent past. We talked about this in a Patreon episode. Yeah,
I was gonna say there was a warning sign when it was the biggest studio I'd ever seen that no one was using.
Yeah, for sure.
It felt like they could have probably tried to find a smaller studio. Yeah.
Anyway, Headgum has also done some, I guess, what the corporate language is restructuring. But really, they've just fired a bunch of people, including Emma Foley, who's here in New York, who helped us a lot when we record out here. Of course, our good friend Marika Brownlee, who we've been able to spend some time seeing out here, as instrumental to the early days of Headgum, and 100%. Someone who is a big part of bringing us to the network and welcoming us to the network. And then I think probably most notably for our Doughboys listeners and audience in general is Casey Donahue got laid off, and Casey's such a was again just such an integral part of our podcast, making it a video podcast. We don't have any sort of comprehension of what happened. We're just living in the aftermath, but it's a huge fucking bummer.
And
these are great, talented people who no longer have jobs.
And on top, it sucks. It truly sucks.
And a bunch more people that I didn't list who were not as involved in the day-to-day of Doughboys.
100%. And also, this is also fucked up. Headgum sent Wayne Brady to Riyadh, and so
it's a real bummer.
We thought that was also really fucked up.
It was like a thing in his contract that he couldn't get out of.
He had to go to Riyadh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It is true. It's a bummer. Yeah. Anyways, to start the podcast on enough note,
I feel like we have to say something.
No, we do.
It feels weird if we don't say something.
I appreciate you saying it. You should. Yeah. No, I should too. It sucks.
I heard Headgum was going to get bought by Paramount and CBS, and Barry Weiss is actually going to be the boss now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So you guys have to kind of start being more Zionist. That's sort of I heard that's what I actually got an email when it just got in my Google Calendar. They saw I was doing Doughboys, and they're like, "Here's some approved talking points."
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm ready. I'm ready to say how good the matzo ball soup at this place was, or whatever.
We love some of our sponsors.
Yeah, for sure.
Doodles are fantastic. Well, those are gone
I
now.
actually did have Goodles legit for. I didn't even know. I forgot that because isn't what's her face?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. That's her shit.
Yeah.
Hell
Which
yeah.
we didn't know that.
We didn't know.
We didn't know.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Yeah, right.
We knew.
We knew.
You and you courted them.
She's hot.
Mitch's like, maybe I can fuck Gal Gadot.
If a person's really hot, any bad stuff they do goes away. Wise, you know this.
It's true, yeah.
Until they get ugly, and then you send them to jail.
That's what happened to Weinstein. He was so hot.
Yeah, he was so wise. He was fucking super attractive back in the day. Yeah, then he started to get huge blackheads on his back.
Oh,
it was a really
Jesus
quick
Christ.
transformation.
Yeah.
I think he fell in like the Toxic Avenger goo.
Mitch, we have a wonderful guest, and we have more bullshit to do up top, which includes you playing your drop.
Emma, hit him with the drop.
Last night, you know what the reason was?
Bonanza.
Hanging with my old buddy Donkey. Last night, you know what the reason was? Hanging with my old buddy Donkey. Hanging with my old buddy Donkey.
Banana.
Last night, you know what? Hanging with my old buddy. Last night, you know what? Hanging with my old buddy. Last night, you know what? Hanging with my old buddy. Last night, you know what? Donkey Kong sounds like Sandler. Sounds like Sandler. Last night, you know what? Hanging with my old buddy.
It's a pretty good song.
Not bad.
Hanging with my old buddy. Last night, you know what? Hanging with my old buddy. Last night, you know what? Donkey Kong sounds like Sandler a little bit, don't you think?
Wow.
Great to hear a half a laugh.
They left that in there. You kind of politely bombing.
I guess who like doesn't. I don't know who the guest was, but like don't know the reference.
No.
Right. Speaking of, yeah. Anyways, yeah, good to hear myself bomb over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, our guest, one of the funniest people on earth, and it's we already feel like a nightmare of unfunny just being next to him, but then also like going through the beats of our fucking episode, all hitting all the points of the template of
Donkey Kong sounds like Adam
Yeah, exactly.
Sandler.
Jesus
Yeah, all right,
Christ.
cool.
It's
Nice
like, by the
observation.
way, what does that even mean?
It was mostly just for him. And,
Okay,
and you do know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean Donkey Kong when he talks sounds like Adam Sandler?
He does sound like Sandler a little bit.
In
The
Donkey
new-
Kong Bonanza,
The new
we were-
vocalization
yeah,
does
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like the new guy they cast.
Yeah,
I see,
yeah.
I
The
see,
new guy
I
sounds
see.
a little bit like Sandler.
A little bit like
Nice.
Sandman.
I love
But yeah,
that.
it is two 40-plus-year-old men playing the new
Right.
Donkey Kong.
right.
Platformer. Hey, crew, had to share this drop I made today in response to the boys sharing their love for Donkey Kong, especially Tiger Weiger's impression. Much love, Buckles from Boston.
Wow, thanks, Buckles. Drops at birdfuck.com. All right, our guest, kind enough to host us, kind enough to
Yes.
give us so much of his time. From Stavi's World, the new film Bugonio, Stavros Halkias is here. Hi, Stav.
Hey guys, how we doing?
I'm
Doing
very-
great. Thanks so much for having us.
Begonio's
Of
out
course.
now, right?
But yeah, when this comes out, it's in New York, the week of October 20th, New York and LA, October 23rd, and everywhere else on Halloween. So
There you go.
yeah,
There was a picture of you at Cannes.
yeah.
Cannes.
No,
Venice.
Oh, Venice.
Yeah,
Venice.
yeah.
Venice Film Festival.
Yep,
Sorry.
Yep.
And
Get it
it's-
right. I'm a fucking guy that goes to Venice now, Mitch. You got to talk to me a certain way.
You looked great
Thanks,
you looked
dude.
great in the photo. You were in a tux and you had your hair slicked back, almost like a Venice guy.
The
It was-
ponytail
the
slicked
ponytail
back. Yeah,
looked
yeah.
fucking great, and you had Emma Stone in one arm and
Yeah, Alicia
Silverstone in the
It
other
was
arm.
insane.
Wow. Yeah, it rules.
Fucking
it was
crazy.
fucking awesome. Yeah.
It does feel like it's kind of getting to the point where my life feels like an elaborate dinner for schmucks scenario. And they're just gonna pull the rug out from under me. Like I had no business there. On a fucking red carpet with in a movie with two of the best actors, Alicia Silverstone, a legend. It's
Oh,
fucking
God.
crazy.
Yeah.
They were nice to me. They weren't like fucking, they should have workplace harassed me for being there, but they were just polite, But it was crazy. It was fucking awesome. And the movie's really good. Go see it. Yeah.
I met her once at a wedding, Alicia Silverstone, and then
Very
also Lucy Lawless, who I immediately
Oh,
had a
wow.
huge crush on.
yeah.
I mean, look, I had a crush on her beforehand, but
Sure.
I showed her how to use Uber, Wags.
Wow.
And then she quickly Ubered away from me.
Yeah. She was like, why? And she was like, Palmsdale. What was your address? Your old address?
Palmerston?
Yeah. Why is this going to Palmerston? Is this a part of the app? Is this like the dispatch center? You're like, no, just go. Don't worry about it. That's how you use it.
Oh, they dropped you off here? Weird. Oh.
You're following fast in your car. You're driving fast as shit behind the Uber.
And she's like, oh, I'm going home. I'm like, oh, yeah, see you later. That's the end of the story.
Too timid to attempt a kidnapping on a Lucy Lawless.
We're here in October. You mentioned Halloween. Are you were you a Halloween guy? Are you still a Halloween guy?
Ooh, just the regular amount. I mean, as a fat child, the candy was a big draw.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a particularly spooky. Every year I'm like, this is the year I'm gonna fucking have a Halloween ass month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna watch some fucking scary movies. I'm gonna it is fun. I liked sort of it before I moved to New York, kind of like my mid-20s. Like there was 1 year where I didn't go out to party, I didn't whatever, and I just kind of trick or treat. Like when trick or treaters came through, I gave them the awesome candy, the candy you wish, the king size bars. I did that 1 year, and it was the most gratifying thing, because I was giving back to other fat children. I remember getting a big candy bar. Literally, I still think about that.
Oh, huge
now.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a couple I still think about some old lady that gave me fucking quarters one time, and I wanted to fuck her. I was pissed. I wanted to
fuck her?
Fuck her up. Sorry. Yeah. No. I wanted to I literally wanted to get violent with this old woman because she gave us fruit and nickels, and it was what the fuck is this? The Depression? But
I remember getting pennies from that. That was another thing. Just places got these old people giving out coins.
Yeah.
But I like the version of it where this was a sexual awakening for you.
Yeah, exactly. She pissed me off. I'm like, why is this making my dick hard? Why is an old woman being mean to me, getting me this stiff in my Hercules costume?
hooking up with a girl in your 20s, asking her to put on a gray wig, giving her a roll of nickels.
That's kind of fun.
Put this roll of nickels up my ass. Bite my nuts with his dentures and put these nickels up my ass.
I think the best night when nothing happened, of course, in college. I was a baby. I dressed up as a baby, which also probably didn't help me.
Respect,
but I dressed up in a onesie, a baby onesie, because it was very comfortable.
Yeah.
But I was like, it looks like I have no dick, so I put a tube sock in my underwear.
So your dick was too small to accurately portray a baby. You're like, oh, this isn't believable. Babies don't have dicks this small. I gotta stuff.
God, I really don't have enough pubes to sell baby.
I put the socks in there, and then it was the funny thing where girls were like, "Hey," I was like, I don't have the confidence to carry this, but
sure,
it was the only attention I ever got in college, and then it sucked. It was very, very also similarly to last night where I was like, "Oh, the human beings do this. I've never done this in my life."
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a girl into it, and I met her, and we hung out a little bit.
Hey, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I am remembering one cool Halloween party where I dressed up as I think I was the Pillsbury Doughboy was a go-to.
That's good.
Sure.
Not just as a youth, but also in college. And that was the one time I went to, shout out to Fish Head Cantina in Arbutus, Maryland, one of the trashiest bars you've ever seen in your life. I went to the Halloween night, and I
Did you paint yourself white?
Face white, coveralls, chef's hat.
Yeah.
And I got, I think I was dancing with this girl all night. I was like, nice. I'm going to get pussy in college finally. And then I just had too much jungle juice and threw up all over myself. Classic stuff. We also did a thing called Pink Drink, which was just the lowest grade vodka possible and Crystal Light straight up.
Oh, wow.
And pink lemonade Crystal Light. That was sort of my contribution to my college's Halloween culture.
I'm glad that this story is you painting your face white, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a huge plus.
Yeah, thank God the Pillsbury Doughboy, they took him out of the oven early. Would have been a real problem otherwise.
You'd have to go into politics instead. Wags, were you a big? I wonder with you because you seem to not get joy like other people do.
No,
so.
I mean, like, look, I loved as a chubby little boy. I did absolutely love Halloween candy. I loved hoarding Halloween candy. I was more of a chocolate kid than like a Starburst or Smartie kid. But you know,
Me too.
Yeah, anything that I could get my hands on, I was just happy to hoard it. I never actually encountered the place. For me, it was always a rumor that there was like, oh, you go by the country club, by the golf course.
Right.
There's like that everyone's giving out king size candy bars, and then I never actually saw it materialize. I never got handed like a full size Snickers at a house.
Oh man.
But I love getting like all those little. And I know Hershey's like sucks, but I love getting those little tiny like Mr. Good bars and crackles and whatever the fuck.
The mini Snickers are great.
The mini Snickers are awesome. The like the little squares.
Yeah, they're squares and then a little longer
the
guys.
fun
Fun
size ones are
size.
good.
Yeah.
Fun size. It also it made you appreciate a candy you'd never come across. You never normally come across. I feel like because you would get those like fucked up white Tootsie Rolls. You remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Those are fucking awesome. I would never buy those. I would never ask for those. Or like the root beer barrel hard candies, or just like it would just make you be like, you know what? Let's open up our horizons here, candy wise.
For me, it really strengthened my relationship with coconut because like Almond Joys and Mounds, I was like, I never would normally be into this, but I started having those in Halloween.
Yeah,
I was
there's
like,
a little dipping into it a little bit.
why not?
You reminded me of loose. I hated places that just had loose candy that would go in your bag, like just like not in a wrapper. Did you get that at all?
crazy.
That's insane.
I would get that occasionally.
I mean,
you never got that?
That's literally they were trying to drug you and like fucking put you in a basement. You know what I mean? There's no way. There's no loose hard candy.
Yeah. You guys didn't get that ever? I mean, they would say to not eat it, obviously, but like you know.
The guy's like, you're gonna have that, right? Why wait? Come on inside. Grab that. I have more in here. Damn, loose candy's nuts.
And I'm not just back to Halloween. I'm not a costume guy these days, but when I was a kid, I liked dressing up. I won back-to-back Cub Scout costume contests.
What were you?
I was Freddy one year.
Nice.
And the next year, I was like an original character.
Little look in your
own.
I made up my own like kind of Leatherface adjacent like guy who had like a bag over his head. I had like a burlap sack partly covered my head.
I have
like
a feeling this character's gonna come back someday.
All the Cub Scouts like, you win, Nick. Yeah, good guy. That's a great costume, Nick. Party's over, everyone.
Oh, it's Halloween.
I also had, I think a big part of it was like I had like some plastic bugs and I was just like chewing them in my mouth. So it looked like I was like a weird like bug eater.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That
You
is
were a
freaking
fucking
sick.
freak. Yeah. That
How old
rules.
were you?
I was
22.
Like 8.
Yeah. 8 is awesome.
Yeah,
8 is awesome to come up with it. Were you a horror movie kid?
Yeah, I was. I mean, like, but like, I think Mitch is more of a horror guy. But I did watch a lot of
I
horror
was so
movies with my
afraid
friends
of
as a
horror
kid.
stuff back then. I
Yeah.
was super afraid of horror stuff. Like Chucky scared the shit out of me. This is all like also you get this of like when I was like 7 years old, Chucky was on pay-per-view and you'd see like the first 10 minutes of it on pay-per-view and it scared the shit out of me. And Freddy scared the shit out of me, which now you watch them and they are like jokes or
Yeah, they're
whatever.
campy.
silly.
Yeah, they're campy,
Especially
but-
the first Chucky's pretty funny.
Yeah, the first Chucky's great. I mean, it's a great.
I love
it's a great
Chucky
movie.
now. Yeah.
He's and also we talked about this before, but the same creator who's done like all the except for the reboot has done all
Right.
the movies. He's Don. What's his name? I forget. Coscarelli, maybe.
That's right.
But Freddy scared the shit out of me. Were you not afraid of him when you were?
I mean,
kid, or-
I was, but then I think you're scared for a little bit, but then there's also like the other thing that the other element of these, especially if you're watching them as like like a young teenager, is like there's oftentimes sex and nudity
Tits.
in these movies.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a context where it's like I can see something kind of like bloody, but I can also see something kind of horny. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
So that kind of muted it
all
just for some
scared
degree.
me. Yeah. Even that stuff scared me. I was a serial killer. I had little boxes of cereal
Sure.
and then forks, plastic forks
That's
stuck
fun.
in them.
Yeah,
because you
classic
couldn't
stuff.
couldn't bring knives to school, obviously. But
The pathetic. It was always sad when you'd have a kid and it was just so clear his family didn't love him. When it was like He's like, I'm a soccer player. And he's just wearing his uniform from
Yeah,
soccer.
sure.
And it was like, damn, your mom fucking hates you, dude. Your mom does not give a fuck at all. She can't go to Party City. She can't even like make you a little costume for you real quick. It was like, yeah.
You could get a mask for 99 cents, I believe.
100%, yeah.
I did do that one year. I wore my karate gi, and then I also I was a white belt, so I borrowed my brother's like higher belt. So
Oh, that's hilarious. That's your version of stuffing the crotch?
yeah, my Alpha Brothers brown belt.
And he didn't have to stuff the crock.
Hell yeah.
You were it's the opposite where his parents were like, Nick, please dress up. Like,
Yeah.
go in your karate outfit.
Yeah, he's just sitting in his room, lights off, staring at a wall. They're like, it's Halloween, Nick. Don't you want to get candy? Like, no, I'm fine.
We should talk, since we are here in New York. We should talk some New
Sure.
York. Yeah.
I just want one last Halloween story. One time my teacher wore a ghost face mask and I fucked her.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's cool. You and a few other classmates.
Yeah, me and a few other classmates.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the last story.
Must be a treasure memory for you.
That lady's awesome. For real, like, that's so sick. To like throw a costume in your molesting of children. Like, let's do a fun one. Let's do a fun, and to like on it, get a train ran on you and you're the rapist is actually impressive to figure out. To do that, like, to do that math where it's like a train gets run on you in a costume and you're still the molester. I mean, that's like great innovation in being a sexual predator. That woman's breaking the glass ceiling of being a sexual predator.
Cheers to that, lady. We got our name.
I think we could say Doughboys and Headgums both say cheers to that child molester.
Somehow everyone gets rehired.
Yeah, we did it.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Even the lady, too. Wow.
She'd help office morale, probably.
What are you going for as Halloween this year? Ghostface.
I want to mention Eldis is here helping us out as
Yes,
well.
thank you, Eldis.
Eldis, you introduced me to a new beverage today, which is the Afternooner. Now, I'd never had this before. Describe the Afternooner for everyone.
It's called the Afternooner based on a random coffee shop that I walked into a couple
Okay.
weeks ago. That's what they called it, but it's a mix of OJ, cold brew, and tonic.
In roughly equal ratios.
I think it's like 1 part tonic, 1 part orange juice, and 2 parts cold brew.
Got it, yeah.
Ellis is thrilled to be able to pump this to like this drink that he'll forget about in 2 weeks. He had it yesterday and he's like, I really like
I
this
probably will
drink.
get sick of it, but I'm obsessed with it. I have like a 12-pack of tonics like in my fridge at home right now. Like I've been cranking these out.
Basically, I arrived here first, and it was just you and I, and like basically the first thing you did was offer me this drink.
I tried offering Stav one yesterday too. He wasn't that interested.
I said it sounds
but-
like dog shit.
I will say
It looks like dog shit.
It
looks
really
bad.
does. It's a pretty putrid looking concoction, but it was really yummy. And
Yeah.
I think like the sweetness of the citrus is just like a surprising counterbalance for the cold brew. I would not have thought these elements would work together. But Stav, you were saying it was like an orange chocolate.
Yeah, it's
kind
like a
of.
Jaffa cake or some bullshit
sure.
that British people love, which I will say sucks, by the way.
Yeah, I don't like
That
the
thing
mix.
sucks, but
Yeah.
you know, at least it's something. It exists in the world, and I am with getting coffee with bubbles though. Like I
Yeah,
like
I love
that.
that.
Oh, yeah, that's
throwing
fun.
doing a seltzer, doing a little flavored seltzer, or if you really want to just be trash, Diet Coke and some coffee.
Oh, yeah.
In Greece, they
wow.
had that together. They had like a coffee Coke when I went last year, and I was fucking addicted to those.
I remember the Coke with coffee that was canned, but I
They had them here too. I just encountered them in Europe.
Yeah, they had them here for a little
Yeah,
bit.
they were canned. I mean, I'm sure
But
they
they were-
weren't as
but-
good as like an actual
That's
Coke
the thing.
and
I
coffee
never thought of it
concoction.
as like making it as a drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I did like that's
Red-
another
red-
thing. A little bit
red-
of effervescence in the afternoon was quite nice.
Red wine and Coke. The other thing we've talked
I've heard
about
of this,
too.
yeah.
That's
Oh, that's like an old lady special.
yeah.
That's like yeah. I bet you that Ghostface lady, she was pre-gaming that gangbang with red wine and Coke. That's like all my mom's friends would drink that at like a Greek restaurant. Either that or the
I think
flip
it is
side.
European, right?
Yeah, I mean, I literally know that as old Greek ladies would drink.
Yeah,
that
wow.
and the flip side of it is Sprite with white Zinfandel.
Oh,
So they
that's
have
fun.
like
I
a
don't
dark
know.
and
Yeah.
a light. They kind of like pair the sodas with the wines.
I love that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's, by the way, we were gonna, just like last night with me in the hotel, we were gonna put our ears up to the door and listen to what you and Eldest were talking about. And
Yeah.
we thought it would be, you were saying it'll be dead silence in there.
Little did I know Eldest was pumping the afternooner to him. I should have known better.
Well,
You caught him at just the right time. He loves this drink.
it's gonna be, there will be a Doughboys Reddit thread with 12 comments on it trying the afternooner. So
Yes,
I'm
the
sure, yeah.
payoff will be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You liked it, right?
I thought it was quite yummy. Yeah.
Are you going to get it in the rotation? Because you are a coffee guy.
I'm a coffee guy. I'm not sure if I like a cold brew. I usually don't do.
Too
it makes
powerful?
me a little too buzzy. But like I could see myself
if
if,
he drinks a cold brew, he dresses up as his Halloween character again. The Bug Man or whatever the fuck it was.
I don't know. Alice, how often do you like? Is this like a morning drink for you? How often
This
are you
has
having
been
it?
a 2-week thing for me, and it's been pretty much daily. But yeah, I might have it in the morning. But I like the name, the afternooner, so I'll try to
Branding worked on you, you fucking idiot.
I'll try to
You saw something written on a chalkboard at a coffee shop and you're like, this is going to be part of my personality now.
I like to wait until at least 1 p.m. usually, but sometimes I can't wait
Because
that
it's
long.
called the afternooner. You fucking idiot. You drink it in the afternoon? Are you serious? You won't have it in the morning?
Mainly in the afternoon. I had it in the morning once or twice. One last thing I'll say about it, it's
Yeah.
a nice thing. It looks like shit right now, but
Yeah.
if you pour it over ice and pour the orange juice down the back of a
Ooh,
spoon,
okay.
you get a little gradation effect where it's
I
like
like
the
that.
brown
I love how
cold
that
brew
looks,
on
yeah.
top, and it's like, gets lighter going down. So
Sure.
just something to think about.
Okay.
Everyone try this drink.
Why? Why are you plugging the afternooner?
No, because it looks like a pint glass of diarrhea. But like it was like in theory like a tequila sunrise. I love a drink that
Yes.
has a gradation to it.
I like sometimes places will have different like cold brew plus a latte on tap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll do like the black and tan version of coffee. I like that a lot too.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You know, I love snake bites.
Yes.
Cider and Guinness, basically. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite drinks. But you're like a pain in the ass to order.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Especially as a grown man. Hey, can you cut my beer with a little cider? I'm 44 years old, by the way.
Guinness is tasty, but I like it a little sweet. All right. Like an old Irish man who's like, oh, fuck.
We should. I do want to talk about New York specifics because
Sure.
like we're here.
Yeah.
Do you have like any? I know we touched on some of this when you were in studio in LA, but like where are you with pizza? Do you have any regular slice shops you like to go to, or what you're looking for in a slice?
Sure, yeah. I mean, pizza definitely. I mean, look, I'm trying to be a good boy. I'm trying to not get fat as not continue to be fat as shit.
You're doing well.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm trying. So I haven't like because I moved into Manhattan. I was in Queens for years, and there's some great slices over there that like I really like this place Rizzo's in Astoria.
Okay.
That has their own kind of like crust. It's a little. It's not as like the classic New York slice is kind of thin, crispy, and I love that. Right. That's great. That's good shit. And also just the classics here. This was not exactly like that. It's a little softer. I like that. Eldest, you don't love Rizzo's that much, right? That's not your.
I do like Rizzo.
Oh, you do? Okay. But because it's not like the classic New York slice. And then in Queens, I loved this like kind of because I also love kind of trashy pizza. We kind of talked about it a little bit where it's like Greek carryouts have a specific kind of pizza that's like it's not artisanal, it's not good, but it just hits so nicely. In this place, Retro Pizza in Astoria in Queens just does a dynamite right down the middle. Not great, not bad. Always just hits the spot slice.
Right.
The sauce is a little too sugary because it's like it's like Cisco probably, and it has like high fructose corn syrup in it probably. But I love some of that. And then you really truly cannot go wrong in this city. Like I've just been stopping by and getting a single slice of cheese at every pizzeria in Manhattan that I like. Whenever I'm kind of hungry and I'm like, I worked out, I can sort of spare the calories today. I like to just try them out. So I love the New York slice. I love, a variety of. I want to have this encyclopedic knowledge so that next time I will have an annotated list for you. But I think you can't. Yeah, truly, it's like you can't go wrong. But I will say my favorite, like day to day, I like the New York slice. But I really do love the just a thicker sort of like a Sicilian, a Detroit style, like just something with a little bite to where it feels almost like focaccia-y, where you feel the oil in the like slice. But that's also like you eat one of those and you're fucked, you're fucked for the day or whatever. But yeah, it's great. And it's like that's the thing about New York is like you just have the best of every food here.
Yeah.
I mean, sushi's incredible. We the first day I moved in here, me and a couple friends, we were just walking around and we just stumbled onto a Michelin star Thai restaurant. It was fucking incredible. There's the Chinatown here is incredible. I mean, I know it's whatever the fuck soup month, Crock-Dough, whatever the fuck.
Crock-Dough-Burn-Pho-Est 2025.
Crock-Dough-Burn-Pho-Est.
Supersized month of bisques, broth, stews, and stocks.
And you know what? I will say that so the roast was one of the worst ones I've ever heard in my life. I mean, bar none. It's horrible, wordy too much, barely makes sense. It's also kind of a roast on you because if he's Siskel or Ebert, you're the other one.
Yeah. I guess I'd be probably Biscual in this calculation, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
and I would have gone by Bisquickwool.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's a little fatter than Bis.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I hate and I didn't like his whole attitude and the way he was describing stuff.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
But Ladle to the Grave I will tip my cap, not bad.
Pretty
you
good.
know?
Yeah.
Last time was the guy he did Yoda's nuts balls or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yoda's nutsack or something.
Yoda's
that was
nutsack.
a good. That was a good. Shout out to that guy. He's gonna be thrilled to get a second shout out. But more of that stuff.
No,
that doesn't make sense. But at least you're calling him balls and they're green. You know.
No need to gild the lily. Don't need to be too complicated with it. Just be Wario's hairy asshole.
Honestly, that's fucking great. Wario's hairy asshole. Right to the fucking point,
exactly,
dude. I love that. That's really good. But yes, I'm having a great time moving in. Like I just walk around the neighborhood and I just see a restaurant. I'm like, I have to try that. And I just like make little fucking dots. And I'm in a very much a sushi zone right now. Just because it's like, you can eat it and not feel like a complete piece of shit, you know, if you just kind of don't do the fried rolls or whatever. But New York is just, I mean, this fucking town rules and the food is unbelievable.
It's a sad thing.
Great, yeah.
It's a sad thing for us that we come here and we have to, one of our meals is White Castle or some
this
soup
bullshit that we're eating right now.
The original soup kitchen today, of course. Yeah. I couldn't remember what name it goes by now because it was originally the Soup Kitchen International and then it became the original Soup Man and now it's the original Soup Kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through a few different iterations.
Interesting.
Always that's the whole thing. We go to great food cities when we're on the road. And then we are always sacrificing a meal or meals for content.
Can I give you, not to use your podcast, when you're traveling, just pick a famous restaurant and like an iconic restaurant from a place.
Yeah. We've done that before and it is way better.
It's way better and no one would be like, what the fuck? This isn't Chili's.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Our listeners.
Well, then lose them. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? Like,
no, we should.
Like, by the way, there's no the soup. This guy doesn't have fucking. I mean, I guess the New York thing and it's soup month, so you made an exception.
Sure.
For the Seinfeld soup Nazi. That's who this guy is.
Yeah.
So I get it, but yeah, fuck your listeners. Just go have a nice meal at a famous restaurant, and they can suck your dick. And by the way, you fucking idiots, when you go on vacation, if Mitch can fit in the booth, you can too. They've stress tested a nice restaurant. You motherfuckers want to go to chain restaurants because you don't have the space, and I'm with you, I know. But they're doing you a service. If an autistic man and a fat man are welcomed in a fancy restaurant, that's 90% of you. I know that for a fact. So they're doing a service for you. Sorry,
usually combined. One person.
So anyway, that's me getting ahead of them saying, hey, that's not a chain. I say you do this.
We should do. I mean,
every time you travel, pick one nice place and just review it.
New York also had what was the Asian soup place we went to, which we loved. Remember in New York City?
I mean, you're thinking of Jean Famous Foods.
Yeah,
but that's not just a soup.
Not just soup. It was a bunch of.
But that's a fucking chain.
Yeah, we have reviewed that before.
We reviewed it and it was great.
That's great. That place is awesome.
That place is good.
And maybe we should have done that we maybe should have revisited it instead of what we did.
I think this was a good calculation. I think that this might have been your pitch. I can't remember who came up with this.
I think maybe you said, and I said we might. I was
It
saying
is
we
good.
should do it.
Yeah.
It
and
is
you,
good.
and we because you were like I want to eat some good soup, some
I was like,
chowders.
don't make me eat some dog shit. And then, but I have to admit, the Soup Nazi is a good guy to pick coming to
Yeah.
New York. It's kind of classic.
Pretty
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah.
And have you ever had it before today or no?
No.
Do you have just talking generally about soups? Do you
Yes.
have any favorite soups? And like I obviously have to ask about Greek soups in
Sure.
particular. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Greek soups, honestly, I don't. So growing up, so avgolemono is like a classic Greek soup. It's sort of like a lemony. It has, I don't know, avgo means egg. I don't know what part the egg, I don't know where the egg is involved. I did, and a lot of people will have that when they're sick or whatever.
Right.
I'm not a big, that was never, for some reason, Greek soups are kind of I don't really like a lot of them. I don't like, they'll have like a fasolada, which is like a bean kind of soup, chili stew thing. Wasn't my thing as a kid. My dad would make like a real like peasant ass, either beef or fish like soup, which was just boil the vegetables a little bit, throw some fucking fish or beef into it, just a clear ass broth, truly like a peasant's, like we had all the bullshit in our, it was basically whatever, when the vegetables in your fridge are about to go bad, make a soup and then pick either fish or beef for it. And so I never, the Greek soups, honestly, for me, don't really, I was not a big soup guy. I mean,
lemon chicken soup, right? Is
lemon chicken soup. Like I mean, avgolemono, I think they'll throw some chicken in avgolemono too. But I'm not a bit, I was never growing up, truly packaged ramen. And then when I got my hands on like fucking Campbell's clam chowder, I was a big canned clam chowder. As again, a fat child, I was like, hell yeah, dude, this is fucking, because I love seafood and it was like nice. It's creamy and buttery.
It's not a bad. Campbell's clam chowder is not a bad.
No,
clam
and I
chowder.
think it was like the Donovan McNabb Campbell's
Oh,
and
yeah.
his mom commercials. Like those,
Yes, right.
Those worked on me. As a child, advertising worked on me the way coffee shop chalkboards work on Elvis. And so I was just in on Campbell's immediately, And then chili too. I know there's some controversy. Is it a soup? Is it not?
Yeah.
In my mind, it's like, it's fucking soup. Who the fuck are we kidding?
It's
Personally.
off limits this
I
month.
get it.
Yeah, but I do love chili.
Except the soup man does make chili.
The soup man does
Yeah.
make a chili, which I guess we will be
It's
evaluating.
fucking soup. What
Yeah.
are we talking about here?
I mean, this one's particularly was soup.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think that if you have like a looser chili, it counts as a soup, and this one was a little loose chili.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, the grade 8, because some chilies is basically they're a fucking paste.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you
Right.
just smear them on this shit. But yeah, that was kind. And then I was somebody who, like, growing up, we had a very, like, if it wasn't Greek food, pizza or Chinese, no exposure to any other cultures whatsoever. And so it was like college when I'm introduced to pho. I remember the first time I went to a ramen place.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you, fucking out of your mind? I'm going to pay $20 to have fucking ramen. Ramen
Yeah.
costs 9 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
But I really, pho and Vietnamese soups in general, I really fucking love. I mean, I've become like, especially going on the road, you get sick a lot. It's like a classic. Again, not too crazy of a meal if you want to kind of keep it a little light. Especially if you're like all congested and shit. It's a go-to meal for me when I'm on the road. Or if I'm that's become if I'm feeling sick, what soup do I get? I get pho usually.
Sure.
And I'll still, obviously the classic. I think why I took the clam chowder also as a kid is because not a Greek soup, but a Baltimore thing was cream of crab soup.
Oh shit!
And that
I've never had cream of crab. I've never had it.
you are gonna.
Is it
That's
good?
gonna change your life, brother.
I want to
It's
try it.
incredible. It's so fucking good.
Where is it versus like a lobster bisque or a clam chowder? Is it the same sort of principle?
It's similar. It's not really. I mean, some of them have potato, but it's just like it's sherry. It's,
Okay.
It's like
Oh.
sweeter. It's like
Yeah.
kind of like it almost not cinnamony, but it's like it's kind of got those elements of like, I don't know. I fucking love cream of crab. It's just like there is bisque will have a little bit of tomato. This is white. This is cream and crab. It's just that's what the fucking name is. And yeah, I fucking loved it growing up. And throw some crackers in that bitch. And if they really put a ton of, if you go to a good place where they'll fuck it up with like they'll fuck it up with like plenty of crab meat. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
awesome.
Sounds
Yeah,
fucking good.
that was a soup of my youth that really got me going.
We were talking about this beforehand, but we were talking about how, like, we think we're further ahead in the world than we are, and we're very diverse. But it is that sort of thing of like, I didn't have ramen, I didn't have sushi till I was like in my 20s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, and growing up, we've talked about this before. Like, Mexican food was like the most diverse food I would have. It was like,
Well, I grew up in
holy
Southern California, so my
I know,
adventures
it
was a
was-
little different.
it was-
But you were over in New England. There was a time when
Oh,
Mexican
yeah.
food was not like a national cuisine.
no, yeah,
Same,
of course,
same.
yeah.
I mean, I grew up on fucking taco night was like that came around when I'm like 15, 16, and it was my mom seasoning ground beef the way she would for Greek food and just putting it in shitty shells. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right.
And then we put sour cream and fucking cheese on top of it. That was I hadn't even had Taco Bell. Like even though
Yeah.
that was available, I was just like that was like literally too different for my family. We just didn't do any of that shit.
100% same. And that's what ramens and fuzz and stuff like that. I don't know if you ate those when you were younger, but that was like,
No, I mean ramen. Again, my experience was this is like a kind of a budget kind of like poverty meal. You know, like I can get a cup noodle or a top ramen. And it's cheap as shit. And then it wasn't until I was in my 20s. I was like, oh, I'll go to a nice ramen shop. You know, but I mean
Sure.
that's also like a thing that's roughly lined up with when these nicer ramen shops started expanding in the States.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think other soups have taken a bet. I feel like soup Nazi has fallen on hard times.
Asian soups clear every other fucking genre of soup.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Sure.
I mean, it's like if I'm gonna have soup for dinner. First of all, I would never have soup for dinner until it was always an appetizer until Asian soups came into my life, and and we haven't even. That's the thing. There's so much more to explore. You know what I mean? Pho is great, obviously, but then like a bun bahui where it's like their like spicy lemongrass shit they got going on. Ramen, but soba. When you get like the thicker udon
Right,
and shit
yeah.
like that, I think the continent, all of sort of Asia just fucks everyone up when it comes to soup.
Yeah.
Which it feels like
Especially because I think it's mostly the noodles are so superior.
yeah.
Right.
And the filling is so much more superior than orzo or rice. I mean, rice in a soup makes me fucking sick. I see rice in a soup, I'm like, this is fucked up.
Well, you also get the Thai soups, which are
Thai,
its
sure.
own sort of
Yeah,
category.
yeah.
It's. I would not eat a trough-sized portion of
Clam chowder.
or
Clam chowder,
split pea
yeah.
soup for dinner.
Sure,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
having a huge ass toilet bowl size portion of ramen. I'm like, this is fucking.
I don't know why you
yes.
had to say toilet bowl size.
He thought of the most appetizing serve plate or dish that he could possibly think of.
Flush the leftovers.
We almost did that with the leftovers today.
We almost
Just
did flush
no
down the
disposal.
toilet.
What are we doing?
I often will flush leftover soup down the toilet.
Can
or
you
whatever.
flush? Can you flush food?
What happens if you throw up?
I mean,
know what I mean?
obviously you can. I will throw up into a toilet.
You can
That's
flush.
like-
You can
Shitting
flush
is
food.
flushing
You can flush food?
food. It's just
Yeah.
been processed.
I also thought it would have been nice to put the soup in the toilet because Mitch had shit in it, and I wanted to give my toilet a chaser afterwards. Give it a bisque chaser after whatever atrocious dump Mitch took in it.
You went in to give it the soup, and there was an empty bottle of Tylenol on the floor. What are you doing, toilet? What are you doing?
No, I get the plunger. No, I need you. I have to shit inside of you soon. This is the fourth toilet of my life that's committed suicide. Not again.
The plumber is zipping it up in a black bag.
Toilet pulls through, but the toilet's kid goes on to host a podcast.
But I think the
Yeah.
only sort of American generally soups that even we could enter into some kind of tournament that could even possibly have an argument is a clam chowder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
and look, I'm gonna just say chili. We gotta make a version of chili that counts as a soup that's not too thick because that's an incredible soup. In
I
my
love
opinion.
chili.
It's
and that can be a meal. I can,
can
eat a bowl
definitely
of
be a
chili.
meal, and that's
Yeah.
the only thing in my opinion that all this other shit to me is it's canned. Soups are a poverty food. That's how they start. It's you make a fucking bone last longer by fucking boiling it.
Yeah.
And they got way more creative. They have better here. It's just split pea, cream of mushroom, all this fucking dog shit. Get it out of my fucking face.
It seems like its time has passed a little bit. Also, I was gonna say on the Apple podcast charts, Toilet Pod is above Doughboys. It's like 5 spots above Toilet. But I think Soup Nazi has fallen on hard times. Also because the name probably.
Well, now it's probably got a big boost in popularity. Actually, that might carry him. People are like, wait, this guy is Jewish? Fuck. There's going to be a lot of guys pissed off. After the Trump rally at MSG, I'm sure a lot of them went to the Soup Nazi and got pissed off when they found out the guy was Jewish.
They should just hire Michael Richards at Soup Nazi. Have him serve.
That would be fucking awesome.
They do have the actor Larry Thomas has later became like kind of a brand ambassador. The actor who played the Soup Nazi.
Yeah.
And then, we went to the original case and Jason Alexander's headshot is there. So like they're leaning into it a little bit more, but there was a time when that guy was like, fuck Seinfeld.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Really
He didn't
really
like
didn't like the
Seinfeld.
association at all. I'm curious before we get into the original Soup Kitchen.
Yes.
Do you have any favorite New York City soup shops? I know Hale and Hardy Soups, which we used to like. That place is, I guess, completely folded. But that used to be a lot of fun. But I don't know if there's any even
Or
like a ramen shop or anything. Yeah.
So yeah, I when I first moved, I had a really shitty writing job in Times Square, and I would go to Hale and Hardy but again, it would always be sort of like you get it you do the classic tomato with some grilled cheese bullshit. Like it was never, I could never really have a soup for lunch. That to me, it was just too depressing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I really like I'm like what I was doing with the, like what I'm doing with the pizza spots. I'm trying every pho place
Oh,
around,
that's awesome.
like in sort of basically literally in like Lower Manhattan. Most of it is in Chinatown, but like in Lower Manhattan, there was a great place in Astoria where I used to live, Pho Indochine, I think it was called. Great place. Check that place out. They also do a lot of I like regular, the rest of Vietnamese food too, and they had a really nice menu. Pho Bang is probably my favorite one in so far that I've tried. I really like that one. And ramens to me are great, but the really good ones are it's such a fatty pork-based broth that I'm trying to stay away. I'm trying to go broths that are a little lighter right now. So I'm really in a pho zone right now.
We were talking, I mean, ramen is the best, but it's a thing you can't eat constantly as a 40-something-year-old man.
Well, I also because you can get the shoyu ramen, which is usually a chicken base, but I'm someone who's tries not to eat pork, and so much of the best ramen is like a tonkatsu or a different pork base, and it's like there are times I'm just fuck it, I'll just get the spicy pork, but I just feel. I don't know. I feel more. It's so dumb. We all draw our own lines in terms of what we were willing to eat and not eat. But for me, it's feels like a little bit more of a. I'm not trying to be on a high horse or anything. I'm just saying, for me, it feels a little bit less, a little bit more ethically hazy. So I just eat a little bit less pork. So when you're denying yourself that, you're losing a lot of the best that ramen has to offer.
But Ivan Ramen has a really good chicken broth.
Okay.
Because when I feel like. I don't know, maybe 2015, 16, it felt like there was kind of a ramen craze. 2014, maybe it was even earlier. Because I feel like there was some Netflix shit that they had a lot of, for whatever reason, and I remember taking a trip before I lived in New York and trying different ramen places. And even my little brother who he's 2 years younger than me, he's a 34-year-old man. But yeah, my younger brother, even he would it got to the point where he was so into ramen that he would come up and just make pilgrimages to try specific ramen spots. And I remember Ivan having a really good chicken-based one that maybe check out, and that felt kind of fatty in the way the pork did,
Yeah.
It wasn't clear the way some chicken ones are. So I don't know if I know you don't want to harm pigs, and I feel bad. They're so delicious.
They're so fucking good.
I'll never stop, and I feel bad, but whatever. Fuck them ultimately.
I think I think it's just kind of it's like fucking everything. You're just trying to minimize your impact, but it's the same thing as recycling. It's such a drop in the bucket. There's a way you can talk yourself into, well, why even fucking bother?
Yeah. Ride your high horse. I think it's not. I personally can't ride any horse. We went to Colorado. We went to Colorado Springs, and my sister and mom were like, "We're going horseback riding." I was like, "Cool, I'll come." And they were like, "You can't get.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill the horse.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like the horse will."
Is there a mutated Clydesdale? No, I remember because like when you're a little kid and someone have a pony at a birthday party, that's a tough one.
Oh,
As a fat child, where the guy just looks at you and you're like, nah. Guy's like, nah, buddy, not gonna be you.
It's like a 1,000-pound animal. Like, you can't get on top of that thing. The other night I was filming and I ran long, and we had to cancel our record. And I had ordered a pork ramen.
This was back in LA. It was a different
back in
part,
LA,
yeah.
and I ordered pork ramen with extra pork and extra egg. And I was like, "Hey, Mike can have my ramen," because we had already ordered it. And then Wags, you were like, "Amelia, you can have my ramen." It was a fucking vegetarian ramen.
I get that vegan ramen.
It was a vegan ramen.
She got fucked over
She got
so
fucked
bad.
big time. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, veggie ramen.
Veggie ramen, no thanks.
No,
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
a bummer, you know. And yeah, and places that don't have a chicken base, it's like that's your only
Oh,
option.
the
This
place
is
doesn't
gonna-
have a-
No, they didn't.
yeah,
they didn't
yeah.
have
Oh,
it.
weird.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give a teaser. Daikakuya. That's where we were gonna go.
Yeah, we're
I don't
gonna
know if
review
you've
that
ever had
next
that.
week.
in LA. Oh, so it is my
Really?
favorite.
Great
Okay.
spot, and
Yeah.
one of the places that kind of we'll get
Next
into it
time you're
next
out there.
week was you know kind of at the vanguard of making ramen a you know food you'd go out for in the States.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the place rocks. But
Going to
we'll review
Japan. I
next
mean,
week.
I've been to Japan, and having ramen there obviously is
Oh, God.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels even better than like what they say about here in pizza. Like there, I truly like I would randomly go somewhere, no research whatsoever, and would have every best bowl of ramen I've ever had in my life. All took place one trip in Japan.
Fuck.
No research whatsoever.
Right.
Just walking around Tokyo and being like, I'm gonna have lunch. I'm hungry. I'm going to the first place I find soup, and it was always incredible. I didn't have one bowl where I was like, wow, that was bad, or even subpar. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
It's
I
amazing.
feel like Japan is you're gonna go somewhere. I think you'll go to Japan. I mean,
Across the
I
ocean at some
don't think
point.
you'll go anywhere.
We'll
yeah,
see.
at some point. Like Nosferatu. We'll put you in a fucking coffin and fucking sail you across the
Put
fucking
you in a
sea.
boat. All the rats have been eaten on the way over.
That's me. I'm his little fucking. What's his name? Not Igor. What is this? Oh, Renfield.
His
Yeah.
familiar.
His
Yes.
familiar. I want to ask you quickly.
Sure.
Pizza, the famous pizza spots. Once because we were on
Mm-hmm.
it. Did you do DeFara's ever? Have you done that?
I actually don't know if I've done DeForest.
The old man died, so that is like
that place. No, I never.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never gone to that one.
Johnson
um,
Bleecker.
Yeah, that
Johnson
one's great.
Bleecker. Yeah,
that one's
Johnson
really
Bleecker is
good.
very good.
Yep. I really like Scars,
Scars, I heard,
Scars is
that's
really
the,
good.
that's the new hot spot,
and
right?
because I love a pepperoni. I love a pepperoni, like a crispy cup.
Yeah.
Pepperoni.
Yeah.
Scars is fucking awesome. I wish I could remember. I went again just because I walk and I don't remember where the fuck the place even was. I think it was kind of closer. I don't remember where it was, but I went to a place that was very good, and they had a really good vodka slice. I didn't have it, but like I just happened to bump into the owner, and I had their regular slice because I want to be a scientist about it and just start with a regular. But the vodka was looking really good. But I wish I could remember the place. Sorry, I'm fucking this guy over right now. But just the class. I mean, they're good. You know, Joe's is, even though it's
We went to Joe's last night.
fucking good,
Joe's
dude.
is good. The people are too mean to Joe's. They got one in
again,
LA, and
right
it's good.
down the middle. Just like it's better than right down the middle, but it's just like a reliably very good slice. Is it, like gonna change your? Is it like a 5 out of 5 perfect? Are they doing anything creative? No, but they're fucking crushing a great slice.
Yeah.
You know?
Wags, how was your water there last night?
I was like, it was so fucking late. And I was like, if I have pizza now, I'm gonna have like acid
yeah.
reflux. I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
What time did you wake up today?
I don't know, like 9 something.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. You went to bed at about 3.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not
Yeah,
that bad.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you got
6
6
hours?
hours. 6
Yeah,
hours
it's
not.
fine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I usually sleep 6. I mean, I can't. I wish I could sleep better. I just can't.
Yeah, he can't. The first time we went on tour, we just maybe told this story recently, but Wags came out in sunglasses and it was 10 p.m. and
Or
Carl
maybe like the blue light blocking.
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Well, I have the blue light blocking now, but like I was just on the road. Oftentimes I'll just use
real
sunglasses, so I don't have to
regular
travel with
sunglasses.
another pair of
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah.
Carl thought he was doing a funny bit.
Are you being a character?
Silly Weiger doing his funny little bits. No, he's just a psychopath.
Yeah. No, just coming to silently sort of shame us so that we stop making noise so he can sleep.
There was noise being made on that trip.
That
for
was
sure.
a different tour.
Oh, all right. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're mixing things.
Was there
around.
some Arlo hotel style shenanigans happening?
Not from me, but yes.
Eldest has sat through a couple of those, haven't you, little buddy?
Did they go as long as the Arlo one for me last night, or no?
Definitely not long. No, definitely not that
Is
long.
you screaming like,
What are you doing to my privates?
One time I heard a girl gagging. I was like, come on.
Jesus.
I mean, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I'm getting my dick sucked, being like, all right, it's a little much, sister. It sucks to roll your eyes while getting your dick sucked. It really took me out of the moment.
she's perfectly talking. What's wrong?
I was getting my dick sucked by Michael Winslow. He's doing like, boop, 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 boop. He's making radar noises while sucking my dick.
Wags, you know what a scam I would fall for is?
What's that?
If I got a text that said free cake, just put in all your information, you get a free cake.
Come on down to the free cake store. We got
Yeah.
free cakes, but we just need all your personal information, your social security number, your date of birth, etc. Then yeah, that I'm gonna know that's a real scam.
I'm signing up for that, Wags.
When it comes to your money, you deserve to feel safe from fraud and in control, and that's exactly what you can expect with Cash App. With Cash App, you can spend, save, and live your life knowing your money is right where you left it, with advanced built-in security, protections you count on, and help when you need it.
Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card. Your security deserves to be a priority, and Cash App treats it that way. With Security Lock, Cash App requires a successful Face ID or biometric authentication to access your account. It's like your money is protected by your own personal bodyguard, even if you accidentally leave your phone unlocked or someone gains access to it without your knowledge.
Learn more at cash.app/security. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real. Just download Cash App, use our exclusive referral code, secure10 in your profile, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App.
Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Instant discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Wags, I just got a text from the free cake store.
Oh, man, I'm there.
Let's go.
Your favorite neighborhood spots run on Square. Mitch, that includes a local neighborhood coffee shop I like to walk into, grab myself a cup of joe. I gotta have my Java, see some of the locals there, some young families, some dogs, some people working on laptops, and they use Square.
You never see the dogs working on the laptops, do you?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you'll see a dog with a necktie and a pair of glasses just typing away.
Wags, the Sidewalk Grill runs on Square. You're not a Square if you use Square.
These businesses are what make the neighborhood the neighborhood. They're an extension of home, and when neighborhood businesses thrive, the neighborhood thrives.
A strong community can mean big business for local business owners. Money spent in the neighborhood stays in the neighborhood. Take this ad as an excuse to go support your favorite local spot and explore your neighborhood. Square is a proud partner of more than 4 million neighborhood businesses around the world. The Doughboys like that, Wags.
You can go to square.com/go/Doughboys to learn more. But before you do, go support your favorite neighborhood spot. You'll be happy you did. Square. See you in the neighborhood.
See you in the neighborhood.
It is Crock-Dough-Burn-Pho-Est 2025. We're talking the original Soup Kitchen, the inspiration from the 1995 Soup Nazi episode of Seinfeld. Great episode of television.
It is a
Great
great
episode.
episode. I mean,
Yeah.
a classic.
a classic, yeah.
Literally, I think that is how I learned the term Nazi.
Oh, wow.
I
that's
think
wild.
I knew about soup Nazis before I knew about regular Nazis. Because I watched Seinfeld as like a 6 or 7 year old, you know?
Yeah.
And that's such a funny, it's kind of a very silly, almost like vaud. You get the bit even as a child. It's
Right.
like this guy Stern. He is very I mean, Seinfeld is a very cartoonish show sometimes, but that one in particular, it's like this is a stern guy who can take away this soup that everyone loves, and even a child could understand that concept. And I just remember So anyway, I do legitimately think I knew about soup Nazis before
Probably a
regular
good
Nazis.
way to ease into it, honestly. It's probably the better way to kind of find out.
Yeah.
I think it was Indiana Jones for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
That
that's
makes
probably
sense.
Again,
for
also
me,
a
yeah.
cartoon Nazi,
Right,
not
right.
it doesn't actually feel like a threat, and
Sure.
you know. But I mean, it does, but it's like in a
Yes.
movie villain sort of sense.
Yeah. And they melt him at
They're
the end
defeated at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss fun Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Bring back some
Bring back
fun
the fun
Nazis. Yeah,
Nazis.
come
we
on,
got to
we're
really
having-
deal with fucking real Nazis.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know.
It
It's such a
really
bummer.
sucks.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, soup Nazi just doesn't. I mean, like you were saying, probably more popular, but just not as fun.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Maybe the Red Skull or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's more fun.
Anyway, so but Spike Ferriston, who wrote the episode, talked about. I mentioned this in my intro, but the interaction that happens with George Costanza, where he asks for bread and he's like, "No soup for you," takes it away from him. That actually happened to him. So that was like just
Wow.
like his direct
That's
experience.
crazy.
Yeah. It opened in 1984 in Manhattan as Soup Kitchen International by Ali Yeganeh, is the man who got crowned the soup Nazi against his wishes. Obviously, it was closed in 2004, then reopened in the same space under the name the original Soup Man. They tried to expand it into a chain, which is partly why we're covering it. There were about 20 of these at a certain point, but now it's back to a single location, rebranded yet again as the original Soup Kitchen. I mentioned all this earlier. Yeganeh is no longer involved with day-to-day operations, but he does oversee the soup recipes apparently.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, this screams barely. This is a lot. This is actually perfect as a soup because they are making a very weak broth out of the bone of how good this restaurant was in the 80s.
Sure,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like this sucks dick. I mean, I don't want to like tip my cap too much, but it's like this is like it closed and then it reopened. We tried to expand. It's really, that makes so much sense to me because it feels like a very pale, a shell of itself sort of thing. Like having this soup, I can't imagine there was a time where somebody was like that worried that this guy took their soup from him. You know what I mean?
Here's a crazy thing I'm going to say right off the bat. We liked it. Nick and I liked it.
Okay,
We-
this is great. This will open up a rich vein of conversation and debate. but I want to say, like, Nick, I know you already did the intro and everything, but like this really was that good. Like when it first opened, it was like that unimpeachably good, or was this Spike Ferriston had like a weird interaction? It was like this would be a good.
Yeah, the Spike's Ferriston
Like,
had
did he
bad.
just overdo it to make it for dramatic stakes, or was this at one point known as like, whoa, you gotta go to this fucking place?
From what I read, at a certain point, it drew a line. Part of it was the quality, but also part of it was as a value proposition. Like the soup was like shockingly cheap.
Gotcha.
And
gotcha.
but like you
Still not super expensive now.
it's still not
right?
super
Yeah.
expensive. But you're having I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Okay.
You said super expensive, and I was gonna say and I was like, why would I even like?
Because you should. That's fun.
Why would I
Super
say
expensive
that?
is
That's
good.
super-
Yeah.
Why would I do that? I'm just wasting everyone's time. So I'm like a fucking idiot.
I liked it. We've
No,
all
I should have
liked
done. I
it.
shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry. I wasn't gonna say anything. I should have kept it in my head. Anyway,
He can't get roof access, can he? I'm very nervous about him in a city with skyscrapers.
but like I think part of it is I feel like they're just the general quality of soups that are available, and part of this is what, to your point earlier, of just like the rise of Asian soups
Right.
being widely
Yeah.
available in the U.S. Soup is just at another level than it
Sure,
was in the
sure.
80s and 90s. So I
And
think at
also
time,
a soup chain is just like a chain, like soup plantation, another place, which
Yeah.
had way more than soup, what it seems like Soup Man has. Like that
Do they still
closed.
call it that?
well,
If we
here's
can-
the thing.
That's
Soup Plantation.
fucking nuts.
Soup Plantation closed for good during the pandemic.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it was,
I'm not sure if it's
The pandemic?
Yes, yeah.
It was called Soup Plantation in 2020?
It lasted a shockingly long time. Soup
we
Plantation.
reviewed Soup
We reviewed
Plantation.
Soup Plantation. It was going strong
the
after
fuck?
Doughboys started. Soup Plantation is the portmanteau, but like notably,
And
there
don't
were-
listen to that episode because I'm sure we're like, it's actually a fun name. Things have changed even since then.
As of this episode's release, the Soup Plantation Chain Rescue came out on Tuesday.
So we just revisited and talked about.
And we did
And you're
say
like,
that.
we need stronger slavery themes in the name. Let's stop pussyfooting around.
We were saying the name should change.
Well, yeah, the name should have changed a long time ago.
Yeah.
But that's like a thing, like Six Flags, the theme park. For the longest time, one of the Six Flags was the Confederate flag, and that's one of the things they got rid of in like 2014. green or something like that.
At least you have to go through a little scavenger hunt to figure that out.
Yes, yeah.
It's not called General Lee's Six Flags. You know what I mean? Like Soup Plantation.
Soup Plantation, insane
like,
name.
Why is Soup draw Soup Plantation and Soup Nazi? Like Soup, the most basic food, has all these racist names attached to it.
The old man that dances is really happy with his plantation. That's why the old guy is dancing.
Yeah.
He's thrilled with how things are going.
You know, that actually gives me a theory, because this also, it's in Midtown, right? The location's in like the 50s or whatever, like 53rd or whatever. Where is it? I don't know exactly where, but it's like 53rd and like 6th or
Amazon
something.
it.
Not far from Central Park, not far from Rockefeller Center.
So
We almost walked to Central Park to eat, and then we were like, let's just eat at the Le Pan Quotidien.
We had the Le Pan Quotidien across the street, which is another chain where you're good for Soup Month.
And it sucked way worse than this.
Interesting.
Le Pan Quotidien, with the soups were worse
the
there.
soup sucked, sure, but that's a good place, I think.
Yeah.
We did George Lucas talk show yesterday, and a fan afterwards was like, "Why were you sitting outside Le Pan Quotidien?" Had seen us and just didn't say anything.
Yes, yeah. They saw us and say shit too. Which is it's sad when we hear that they're too scared to say hello to us.
Yeah.
Two cowards sitting there eating
I
soup.
mean, that's insane.
You're right. It's on 55th and 8th.
So actually, that kind of makes sense, because probably what was going on is this guy just was Hale and Hardy. You know what I mean? This is in a time before. That's a place where it's very Midtown, 55th and 8th. Although in the 80s it probably was a little shittier, but still by Rockefeller Center. Like, it's in a place where I'm guessing people were working a lot. I mean, you know, the guy who wrote the episode, it happened to him probably while he was writing Seinfeld or whatever.
He was writing on Letterman.
Or Letterman,
and then,
whatever.
yeah.
So it's by a busy place where there's a lot of office buildings. He probably was just kind of the Hale and Hardy of his time in a world before we had those. So that actually makes a little more sense to me. It's like, because it's weird to think of him as like this insane, he has got the best soups of all time, but it makes way more sense where it was cheap, it was quick, it's right by your office. That's why it was probably popular.
And you didn't have like fucking Yelp, so like discovering a place was like word of mouth, or you walked by it.
Right,
you know?
right. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, the thing that was surprising to us when we were there yesterday is that it wasn't just there were a lot of what seemed like
there did
locals.
seem to be a lot of locals. It was not, you know, not as swarmed as like a Gray's Papaya, but like the similar sort of experience. It feels like, people from different classes are coming to this and it's not just tourists. I was a little surprised.
We've
by
actually
that.
been lucky now that I'm thinking about with New York spots, because Gray's Papaya is good. Honestly,
Gray's
maybe
Papaya is great.
White Castle's maybe the only one that
White Castle sucks dick.
kind of
but
bad. Yeah.
Well, no, we did Guys American at
Oh,
Times
right.
Square.
That sucks shit. We went to
That was
Guys
pretty
American
bad.
Times Square. Yeah, that
Damn,
was awful.
when the fuck did that close down? You guys did that as soon as the podcast started?
I think they were
We did
closing
pretty
as
early
we walked
on.
out the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
No, it like closed the next year. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that place did not last very, very long. And it was like the sort of thing, like the problem with some of these Guy Fieri restaurants is just like, oh, this is going to be fun. And then you go in there, it's just like, no, this is just kind of like inert and
It should be more fun. They
Yeah,
should have
less
like Guy's
flavorful.
fries that look like his hair or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what they
yeah,
should
they
do.
should
and
lean
they
into it
don't
more
do it.
because they got like the donkey sauce, but it's
Yeah.
like that's
Love
as
that.
heightened as they get, you know?
the server should have fucking flame button downs.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yes,
Like,
they don't
yeah,
do
yeah,
any
yeah.
of that. It's crazy. It's just this kind of a boring gastro pub
shame.
vibe. Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
shame, because I do honestly fuck with Guy, and I feel like he's kind of.
I like Guy Fieri.
We like
Yeah.
Guy. He seems like a guy.
We're big Guy Grocery Games fans here. Me and Els have watched hours of that. That's
Wow.
When Chopped is a little too artistic, too intellectual for you. The people's version of Chopped,
Fucking snooty chopped is on.
snooty art house Chopped. You know what I mean? No. Throw on Guy's Grocery Games. Some guys chopping up hot dogs, putting mayo in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's weird, because I feel like he would be able to nail that. That does make me sad.
Yeah.
That's the Bourdain, which I know you're in a Bourdain movie
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up. But the thing that makes me like dislike Bourdain a little bit, even though I love Bourdain
Sure.
and everything he did. But he was very mean to Guy. He bullied Guy too much, a little too much.
He
I feel
did.
like.
Yeah, that was actually the moment that turned me to where I was like, wait, is Guy Fieri cool? Because he like made fun of Bourdain for being on heroin. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just cooking while you were doing fucking heroin, you piece of shit. And that's like a pretty funny roast back, where it's like, oh, my bad, I was just making food people love while you were fucking doing drugs and, you know, saying the best. Oh, you got to go to this obscure fucking French. Just shut the fuck up. Have a fucking hot dog.
Guy is the guy's game too, you know.
Absolutely, Bourdain is chopped. Yeah. And I love both. Yeah, I love both.
Me too.
But that is weird. I feel like now I feel like they could have buried
They
it.
would have buried the
I think
hatchet.
so,
Yeah.
I do love though. That's the sort of thing when you're just kind of talking, like when someone goes way too far in an argument, like just like immediately goes for whatever your weakest spot is.
Yeah.
That's a power move.
Yeah, it really
man.
is.
Oh, is that why your fucking mom died?
Jesus Christ.
That would happen. I went to Baltimore City Public Schools. That was awesome. Whenever you would see that. Yeah.
You're just
I
like,
remember-
don't say anything. Like when something like that would happen, you're like, don't move. You do
I
not
know.
want to be brought into this.
Dude, I remember I was one of the jobs before I started stand-up full-time. Like when I realized I needed to just do stand-up full-time is I was a tutor. I was a writing tutor at my college, and then I was like tutoring kids in Baltimore City. And I was like, this will be good. I'll do like this after-school program. And there was this like little reserved, like, you know, it was middle school. I had a hunch he was gay, but they're kids. So it was just like, I was like the kind of kid that like, oh, this kid would have gotten bullied when I was growing up. And I was like, I have to like watch out for him, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And some like girl like says something like and this girl was also like fat. And he was just, and she's like, she called him a slur, a gay slur. And he was like, that's why your mom was burned in a house fire.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Maybe I don't
And
have
he-
to watch out for him
And
too
he
much.
got her, dude. And she was like, she's just shaken to her core. And she just left him alone the whole semester after that.
Jesus
But this
Christ.
kid just, I mean, I guess if you're like and he was smart as shit. And he was, you know, I do think the kid was gay. And so if you're like a nerd, and he looked like a classic fat little kid, little glasses, like, and then, dude, so you know this kid he just punched back harder.
Had it in the barrel.
He just had it, dude. He had it locked and loaded for everyone. I even saw him like sizing me up a couple times, and I like backed off.
Yeah.
Like he gave me the look where I was like, "This is the look I give when I'm about to roast someone, and I want no parts of this child." You know.
You know how, I mean, I'm sure you know this too, is that fat guys just get stray bullets all the
Of
time.
course,
it's like
of
two guys are
course.
fighting, they're like, and fuck you, you fat fucker. Like, I'm just sitting here watching it. What the fuck did I do?
Yeah, because it's very easy.
Yeah, it's so easy.
You're in
It's like-
rhythm. You're like, you know what I mean? Just like, it feels nice to just get a fat kid or someone who's like cross-eyed. You know what I mean? Just these very
Right.
obvious visual things where there's no work to be done. You know? Yeah. But no, anyway, so I don't know. Can you see if you can look up the quote? Somebody look the exact quote. I would love to know if I think it was something. You just look up like Guy Fieri, Anthony Bourdain, heroin. It might come up.
They would have buried the hatchet. It was
I
just
think
sad.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Too bad.
Although
Too bad,
Guy
eh?
Hayes, the jewelry is getting a little wild, even as a Guy fan.
Yeah.
He's looking like a member of Migos these days. Like his chains are getting, and I respect him and I love it, and I'm a chain guy myself, but he's wearing like shit that you like lock up a bicycle with or like a motorcycle
right.
with, you know?
Man, if only Bourdain didn't meet Asia Argento, everything
I
would be
know,
all right.
yeah,
Could have
yeah.
buried the hatchet.
I like there's a. I mean, first off, when Diners, Drives and Dives, this is documented, goes to a restaurant, goes to a local shop. There's like something like a permanent 200% increase in business.
Yes.
Like it's crazy how much publicity he gives some of these chains, like breathes new life into them. Sometimes
And they
like, keeps
don't
them going.
deserve it.
They
by
don't
the
deserve
way.
it necessarily.
The
but
diner
yeah.
in Greektown, it was like fine. And dude, they made up a dish. Like I've been going there since it opened, and they were like, "You got to try our famous riblets." I was like, "You've never cooked this once." They made up because it was just a shitty diner that had no specialties, and they just made up 3 dishes. And like 4 months after, I think actually that diner might be the only one that didn't get the bump. 'Cause
Wow.
it just sucked. Yeah. Just went quickly back to where it was.
I
You
found
have
the quote
You have the
during
quote.
during a 2012 roast of Anthony Bourdain at the New York City and Wine Food Festival. Fieri got his chance to fire back at his tormentor. Fieri's line was, "I hear you're the only one in class who did most of his cooking with a spoon and a Bic lighter."
That's pretty good.
Oh my
Wow.
That's
God.
a fucking good
That's a
joke,
good joke.
man. That's a good joke. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He got his ass, you have to admit.
And right after that, he's like, Mike Mitchell's a fat fuck. What the fuck? I wasn't even there.
Looking forward to getting like a text from like Josh Gondelman or someone who's like, I actually wrote that joke for him. So you'd never been here before.
Never been there, no. Didn't even know it still exists. I thought it was like from the times
York
of
lore.
yore. Exactly. I didn't know it still existed. And I guess in some ways it doesn't. It's not the original. Like
It's
they
not,
stopped.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a simulacrum of what it once was. But I think there's also an element of like it's frozen in time. Like it feels
Okay.
like these
Yeah.
are the same recipes that they were serving in 1984.
Very much a hole in the wall. It is just you cannot sit down on there. There's a little cart that they move out of the way to take. Which we were there. They took a soup off the thing.
Yes, we witnessed in real time. It was actually pretty exciting that they swapped out potato with bacon for split pea, and we're like, "Holy shit! There's a new soup up there."
They saw two dorks be like, "Holy shit! They
Yeah.
switched the soups." All right.
They switched it to a shittier soup. Potato bacon sounds kind of good.
It did sound good. I know we
Yeah.
were sad,
But-
and it was a much shittier soup.
The split pea was pretty disappointing. We'll get into it, but like if you've seen the Seinfeld episode, there's an interior. There's like a whole counter, and there's like a it feels more like a Chipotle or something like this. This is much more of just like just an open facing business. You're ordering from the sidewalk, so
Yeah.
it's pretty modest, and there's no place to eat, which is why we ended up at the tables outside the Le Pain Quotidien.
I was going to say they sell mugs, coffee mugs, and shirts.
That's right.
Which
Mitch is
I'm
wearing
wearing,
the
which
Soup
is
for Me
pretty
shirt.
tight on me. But
No, it looks good.
they're,
For real.
Oh, thank you. Do
you want to turn?
A classic fat guy thing is going one size. Here's the thing fat guys need to understand. You're never going to, everyone knows you're fat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little extra room on the 3X. Just get the one that closest fits your body. Because you think, oh, if it's billowy, everyone will think I'm a skinny man in an oversized shirt. It's like, no, just be a little. I think that's a good fit for you, Mitch.
I thought it was. I thought they were a little tight, but also, I haven't taken
Arms
the shot.
looking good. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't taken the shot in 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
So, and also, I think I'll always look big unless there's a Zep bound that makes your head get smaller.
Irish Zep bound.
But I haven't taken the shot in a couple weeks, which also is nice to. I had food poisoning, had diarrhea, and so I didn't take it. And then now I got to enjoy New York more because of this. But
Nice.
but
That's actually I like, and this is me, not knowing how these drugs work. But if you're having like some sort of intestinal distress or something like that, you might actually just go off of it for a time. That's the thing they'll advise you to do.
my doctor said to go off it for a week, and
Okay.
I changed it to 2 weeks, which
Okay.
you probably won't be happy
Little
about.
vacation.
A little vacation.
yeah.
But we were talking about it, and it's that sort of thing of on our fat guy text
On
thread,
the fat guy text thread.
which it is like if you got food poisoning, it does slow down your digestion.
Got
and
it.
some people have been
yeah,
like,
for me, what happened to me is like I got food poisoning and actually the timing was horrible because I got food poisoning when I was going up in dose.
oh Jesus,
And so that usually just kind of makes you feel a little queasy.
Yeah.
But this was like food poisoning, and I was sick as it was before the tour, Eldest. Those shrimp, like literally before the night before
God.
a 2-month tour, I got fucking food poisoning. I had to get on a cross country flight like the day after having insane food poisoning. It was nuts. Because
Did you feel shitty for like a week, basically?
I
or-
felt bad for a couple days extra, but
Yeah.
that's the fucked up thing about these meds is that I do think part of why they work is they just give you food poisoning half the time, and you're just like, well, I can't fucking eat. You know, like I bet you a lot of people that's how it works. Because like
It
there
feels
been-
that way
yeah.
sometimes. That's why I didn't at first. I was just like, I feel fine, and then I went into a wardrobe fitting. And I was like, I'm gonna faint to the costumer, and she's like, "Oh, great, a 300-pound guy is gonna fall over in the room."
Yeah.
And she got me a Coke, and I felt a little better. But then shit the entire weekend, basically. Yeah.
Mitch, do you want to show the back of the shirt? I'm not sure. If you
Oh,
can-
sure,
It says
yeah.
"Soup for Me" on the front, New York City, and on the back we have the "No Soup for You."
Is it there?
Yeah,
It's done
that's nice.
Legs hurt just from squatting.
so yeah, again, they're fully leaning into the Seinfeld connection at this point.
I'll just say that we actually bought 5 shirts total. We bought 2, and then we bought 2, and we thought it would be funny to come in wearing the shirts.
Yeah.
And then you lost them.
We went to, okay, look, here's the thing. I had the shirts with me. They were in a paper bag. We went to the George Lucas talk show, and somewhere it got misplaced somehow backstage.
It got misplaced.
It was my fault.
And
Yes.
then you can get the shirts delivered. And then today I made the executive decision to just get all of our shirts. I'm the only one who ended up wearing it I think because you hate it.
I just did not want to give it free advertising.
Yeah.
And you just, and then when you saw Stavi out of it, you were done
Yes,
with it
I'll
too.
leave you on an island.
But now you have the Soup Nazi shirt if
It's
you
true.
want it. Yeah.
I'll wear it. I'm happy, I'll wear it. But I just We can get it. We can, whenever you guys want to engage critically, I'm happy to do it.
Let's talk
Also,
about
I'm glad
it.
that the soup Nazi, it doesn't say soup Nazi or
No,
anything
yeah.
like that. They made the right decision with the shirt.
The color scheme's not red and black, red, white, and black.
Swastika with soup, a soupy.
yeah. Like they've just shaped ladles to be swastikas.
Gets its federal funding pulled, so they have to put Soup Nazi on the shirt again. So we got the lobster bisque, the clam chowder, the chicken and rice, the black bean, chicken gumbo, jambalaya, corn chowder, minestrone, and split pea. There was some overlap stuff, but they fucking change the menu daily.
Right.
So
Which I do like that.
I do like that
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
and that's part of the appeal of this place. You never quite know what you're gonna
Yeah,
get.
God bless you.
Yeah. So I got a different lineup.
Yeah.
I took copious notes here. You know, I'm pro
On your legal pad.
on my legal pad. Yeah.
I was thinking, it reminded me, my dad had yellow legal pads everywhere, and it was very funny for us that our version of it is soup. We're making jokes about soup on the legal
Yeah,
pad.
soup tastes like foreskin. Your dad's like fucking writing notes for the Supreme Court or whatever the fuck. And Mom's like, chicken chowder or smegma chowder. So yeah, I got chicken.
My dad, meanwhile, was getting Roe versus Wade overturned.
We're gonna show these whores who's boss.
Go get him, Dad. He was a train man. He worked in trains. You know this.
Okay. Train's interesting. Yeah, so I had like chicken chowder, chicken corn chowder, potato leek. I don't fuck. I can't.
You want me to list them?
Yes, please.
So we got chicken corn chowder, potato leek, tomato bisque, chicken chili, Italian wedding soup,
Oh, yes,
shrimp
that's what
corn
they
chowder, jambalaya, lobster bisque, and vegetarian chili.
Yes. Yeah. So and I wanted to just I wanted to try them all. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
of course.
have an opinion, take a couple spoonfuls, and I will say I did not end up having more than one spoonful of all. Like there's a couple that I did not. Overall, I was very disappointed with this offering. I just thought
It seems like you had a quick lunch before soup tasting, and it did look like a better lunch.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it was
sure.
like packaged fucking mac and cheese and like steak I cooked 3 days ago, and that
Right.
looked better than this shit. But I don't know. I think overall, it was the highest this got to me was replacement level soup. Like to me, I bet you there's versions of all of these soups canned that are better. That I think they exist. I didn't have one that knocked my socks off. There was one that was like the closest it got to was the lobster bisque, which I graded them all Doughboy style. I didn't give a single one of them 4.
Wow.
To me, the lobster bisque got to 3.75, but I didn't have a single one that got to 4. And they really lived mostly in the 2.5 to 3.5 range. And maybe one was I gave the Italian wedding soup 0 stars. I thought it was completely dog shit.
Oh man.
And I will say in general, the soup Nazi, the soup man, whatever, love too much fucking carrot. There was carrots in every fucking soup. What the fuck
This is a thing that
Yes.
That's
Nick
crazy.
pointed out yesterday. A
Yeah,
lot
there's
of
so much shredded carrot
in
all of
everything.
them.
It was
Yeah.
filler.
Yeah.
There was a lot of filler.
yeah.
But I'm happy to go through each soup, whatever you guys want me
Let's
to
talk
do.
about it. So, I mean, the lobster bisque was our favorite. Mitch and I came to a consensus. We ranked them 1 through 9. And yes, the thing is, like, the small is quite small. It's just like a little, like a half mug, basically, of soup.
Yeah. So not only were we sitting outside Le Pen to Kidian, what the fuck? How's it?
Quotidian.
Quotidian.
Quotidien, le pain quotidien.
But we were out there and also sharing soups back and
Yeah,
forth. I
yeah.
would spoon one and then he would spoon
That
one.
really looks like two homeless guys found a soup man gift card.
But yeah, the like, if you want to try a bunch, there's a way to do it here. We basically had like sort of a sampler sort of platter.
Yeah.
The lobster bisque was our favorite. And the second one was the other seafood soup, which was the clam
I
chowder.
wish
You
I had
did
had the
not.
clam
I
chowder
know,
because I'm
I
a big
know.
clam chowder fan.
But
know.
here's what I'll say. I mean, and I thought those rich and creamy, lots of clams, vegetable chunks. It was pretty hearty. It was filling. But to your point about replacement level soups, yes, is this better than like a clam chowder you could get at a lot of places? I'm not sure if this is notably
I'm
like.
saying grocery
You know what I mean?
store. I'm not saying even restaurants. I think you can find canned versions that are just at a shitty grocery store. They're just as good. You go to fucking Whole Foods, you go to an artisan place. There's canned versions that for my money, are probably better. Is my hunch.
Some of those nice like jarred soups you'll get or whatever. They're a little more expensive.
We thought that none of them were bad, quote unquote. We didn't. I tried that, and I agree that was probably the worst one I had.
I think a few of them were kind of bad.
A few of them. A few of them were kind of bad, but we weren't. Also, we did Le Pen to Quotidien, Jesus Christ. and that was the last two places we had, and all of them were basically better than what we had there. So I think that we were going into it, that's also where our heads were at. And then also,
it's not a fucking soup place. That place is like a breakfast. Like
it is, yeah. But they have a number
lot
of soups.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess like going to Panera first. Like,
yeah.
Honestly,
Panera.
I would rather go to fucking Panera.
Look, we had a blast at Panera.
I would rather go back to
without
Panera.
question.
Panera,
I would rather have soup from Panera than from a restaurant called the Original Soup Kitchen.
Yeah.
All they do is fucking soups, and a place that's the most corporate chain you could possibly think of that doesn't even specialize in soup. Fucking kicks their ass, in my opinion.
Okay, that is kind of fair. Now, because we loved Panera, which we just reviewed, and look, the lobster bisque and clam chowder are up there with those soups. I would say
those are good. Yeah,
yeah, we really enjoyed those. But
lobster bisque to me, it's like it was the best one that I had. But I think it might be the worst lobster bisque I've ever had in my life. like it was me. Here's the thing: I'll tip my cap that they had real chunks of meat, not like bullshit chunks.
They did, yeah.
Which that's good. But I just thought this look. Obviously, I'm not a big veggie guy philosophically.
Yeah.
But in a good soup, the right veggies. Like I never thought it was the right combination of veggies.
Yeah.
One single time. I always thought something was a little off. And mostly it was carrots. Like the potato leek soup actually was pretty good, I thought. I
thought the potato leek soup, I tried that too, and I thought that was decent.
It looked like shit, but like the potatoes and the flavor, the actual broth was pretty good. But why the fuck were there shredded carrots in it? It didn't make any
the same
disorienting.
Eating the tomato. I just got a tomato bisque for myself today, a small one, and I was shocked that there was carrots in it.
Yes.
I've never had carrots in a tomato bisque before.
Like a standard garnish on all of them. Yeah, it's a little confusing. I think every single one of the soups had some shredded carrots in it.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Also, just the quirk of this place, like every soup comes with bread, which you'd expect,
but
also a piece of fresh fruit. So yesterday we're getting pears. Today it was bananas.
Stavros has a full bundle of bananas.
Yeah, like 9 bananas.
Bananas, all right.
And
most of them are green though.
Yeah.
And you get a mint. So yesterday they were Andes mint. So I was like, okay, that's what. Today they were York peppermint patties. Like, why does that even change?
Yeah.
Really strange.
There was a place where you could buy bunnies next door to the soup kitchen, and I wonder if it just is there's extra carrots floating around about there.
I liked it. No, I liked it.
By the way, not true. They don't eat carrots. Did you know that?
Is that real?
That it is they were making fun of a Humphrey Bogart character that ate carrots like that. That it is a like basically like a Scary Movie level spoof joke that Bugs Bunny was doing from a specific movie where Humphrey Bogart eats a carrot like that. But people it became so Bugs Bunny's thing after that people think it's all Bugs Bunny, and bunnies do not eat carrots at all.
They don't like carrots?
They eat fucking lettuce
they like lettuce
shit.
and stuff,
What
but
the
not
fuck?
carrots.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's insane. Did you know this shit?
I mean, I don't think I assumed they didn't eat them like they were chomping on a cigar, but like I guess I probably thought that they would maybe, if there was a carrot, they would eat some of it.
Yeah, that's what I.
Or maybe it was even Humphrey Bogart was smoking a cigar. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't. But I saw a fucking Instagram reel about it or some shit, and I took it as gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes sense because I've never seen when I saw that I was like, oh yeah, I've never seen a fucking rabbit eat a carrot in my life.
I mean, look. Then they would not like any of these soups because there's too much fucking
if
carrot.
If you were planning on serving these soups to your bunny, don't do it.
I think 3 of these soups were pretty good. I think the lobster bisque, the clam chowder, and the chicken and rice, which had a creamy base and a good texture to it.
If our listeners have bunnies, they've petted them to death already.
There was a black bean soup, which had a good texture, but it was pretty underseasoned. And you can add like a a number of accompaniments for these. We got some sour cream for the black bean, which was the only one with that any
Which
of those add-ons made sense with.
Huge addition because it was just like eating straight black beans out of a can.
Once you added sour cream, it went a long way. But it's also like if you need to wake it up with sour cream, what are you really getting here? And then everything from there was like kind of like to me a mid or below.
And that's a great point. All these soups were I could tweak one thing and they would be passable, but they all, not to go back to they all felt like chopped ingredients to me.
Right.
Where it's like, what would you do to make this good?
Yeah.
That's what every one of these fucking soups felt like to me. It's like there was like the lobster bisque, take the fucking lobster meat out. That's what you do to make it and make a fucking sandwich or some shit.
Yeah, you got like, halibut, sourdough croutons, almond butter, and like dog cum. What, let's see what you got.
and like Ooh, sounds good. Yeah, like the chicken chili felt like was the most out of a can soup. Like the seasoning, big problem.
Yeah,
this shit
everything was under seasoned.
I don't think anything except I think maybe the potato leek was pretty seasoned well in my case. Even the lobster bisque, like most of it was just like either not salty enough. The jambalaya was nicely spicy but not salty.
The jambalaya was just okay. It was like because you feel like you're gonna have a good jambalaya.
All of it's just okay. The veggie chili, no flavor whatsoever. The shrimp and corn chowder, that just sucked dick. The shrimp was like the shrimp was those little fucked up. It's like they went to the shittiest Chinese food restaurant you've ever been to in your life, bought shrimp egg rolls from them, and picked out those little fucked up shrimps that you would get at low grade Chinese restaurants and put those in a fucking soup.
That's when
it felt like pet store food for like fucking bigger fish.
Yes,
it fucking sucked. It was even the Italian wedding soup looked like all the like veggies and shit. It looked like and it was so clear. It looked like shit that came out of a gutter. You know what I mean? Like runoff from your fucking gutter. This place was fucking horrible, dude.
We did have some in our jambalaya. There were some of those little tiny shrimps.
Yeah.
And then Mitch, I don't know if you remember, you took one out and said it reminded you of your dick.
I didn't do that.
You used that to stuff your next Halloween costume.
Oh, you're a baby. They finally get it.
Yeah.
Emma, how were you on the soup? Did you? What was your final thoughts besides obviously?
It. I mean, I finished it. The carrots was off-putting. I think
tomato soup was okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's tomato soup. It's not like
but
the
carrots
best
are
food
very
you've ever
odd
had.
to add into a tomato soup.
It is weird. Like a lot of broths and stuff start with like the mirepoix, which is celery and carrots and onion, and you just reduce it down like crazy, and that's like gives it good flavor. But I've never seen that much like shredded. It was like the kind of shredded carrots you get on top of like a garden salad from
100%.
wherever the fuck. So that was bizarre. I was saying younger me would have hated it because I don't want veggies in my tomato soup.
Yeah.
Usually I just want like the Panera tomato soup, just like simple.
Creamy and
creamy and delicious.
Their tomato soup is fucking delicious.
It's good. But I mean I enjoyed it. It could definitely have used some salt and pepper maybe.
And Mike and Elders, you did not eat any soup, right?
I don't like soup.
Oh,
you don't like soup?
Philosophically
What the fuck?
anti-soup.
Philosophically, yeah. I don't
Do you have a favorite soup? If you had to have one, what would it be?
Yeah, matzo ball soup.
What is the reason for your distaste for soup in general?
It just doesn't fill me up at all. It's not a meal to me.
Yeah, you're a gym
snack.
bro. You're
little bit,
dude loves
yeah.
to work out. Yeah,
Yeah,
but so
yeah.
like it could be that, but it's also like even as an appetizer, you're not as like a cup of soup is not something you're gonna fancy.
You're a big gym bro, Mike. I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, he's always pushing plates.
Come on, dude. Don't disrespect the man's physique, dude.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that.
You want to see?
I enjoy watching people work out. I'll come to the gym and watch it someday.
Come on down anytime.
Just drinking a Coke.
I really like clam chowder.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
And that's
there is
a good
soup
one. That's how I feel. It's like if I'm going to a certain place, like a great, as an appetizer, if you're, in New England, anywhere, I'm having clam chowder. I'm having a cup, no matter what restaurant I'm in.
Yeah. And they do, and I guess the clam chowder yesterday, New England clam chowder will beat that clam chowder yesterday, no matter what.
Of course.
I thought the lobster biscuit.
Campbell's canned like fucking clam chowder. To be fair, I haven't had the clam chowder, but if you're ranking it under the bisque, canned clam chowder is better than it. You know,
I don't know if I'd go that far,
Okay,
but
all right.
no, but certainly like legal seafood, for instance, which we reviewed in Boston, like that clam chowder is head and shoulders above this
1,000% better. Yes.
And again, that's just it's a seafood restaurant, so they should have a clam chowder. But this is to Stavros' point. It's like this is a soup restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like this is their whole thing.
Eldest, you're a soup guy, or what's your thing with soup?
Yeah, I like soup. They're fun. They're fun to make. There's so many different things you can do with them.
Afternoon or soup?
Yeah.
But yeah, he hasn't walked by a soup restaurant to tell him which one he should have every day.
Of cold brew infused clam chowder. That might be good.
What is your favorite soup?
God, I don't know. I mean,
You're Albanian, is that correct?
I am Albanian.
Is there an Albanian soup?
Yeah,
or?
there is. It's a donkey shit and mud soup.
Don't listen to this disgusting racist propaganda he's spewing.
That's what they have when their oldest daughter gets married. That's the special occasion soup.
I mean, Albanian, a big one growing up was fasule, just this like awesome
fasolada.
thick, awesome thick like bean
lentil,
soup.
Right? Lentils.
We made lentils too, but no, this is like a white bean.
Oh, okay.
Like, white
Interesting.
bean, like red tomato-y kind of soup. We did lentils too. We did make avgolemono, not
Mm-hmm.
a lot. My favorite soup, I mean, I feel like pho.
Yeah.
Oh sure, yeah.
Pho is just such a good go-to. It's like awesome in the winter, obviously. It's awesome in the summer.
It's good
like,
hangover food.
Yeah.
good hangover food. And I feel like, I don't know, I've never had like, it's kind of like a pizza thing for me. I don't think I've had like that many awful fuzz in my life.
Sure.
Like even the mid-grade is pretty damn good. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
I really like a pho bavine, which is the one that comes with the meatballs.
Oh, yeah.
It's delightful.
See, I'm not a meat. I hate those meatballs.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, really?
We're really not philosophically aligned soup wise.
Yeah,
Yeah, I actually like. I really like. I'm a big tendon and tripe guy.
Oh, that's
actually.
fun. Yeah,
You
sure.
know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Something about the meatballs. They're a little too gummy. They're a little too.
I see
They're
the gummy
definitely-
texture. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah.
I like them. I like the meatballs, but I will do the steak and the meatballs.
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah, I like
combo.
I like the fatty brisket.
Yeah.
I don't like the rare steak because it just gets. So I've been doing the thing where I take it out earlier, actually, where it's like I keep it a little uncooked because it like really the one they give you rare just dries up so fast.
Sure. Yeah,
I like
yeah.
a fattier cut. I like the like connective tissue shit, like tendon and tripe. I like that because it just kind of is kind of like I don't know, has a little interesting texture to it. But otherwise, I feel like it gets the meatballs and the rare steak get too dried out for
Yeah.
me personally.
Nelly really likes the tendon and tripe. She really likes that in a like a menudo too. Is the same. Like it's you get those awful in soup sometimes. It's just like sops it up real nicely.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the American soup time has it's over. It's crumbling, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, much like the American Empire. It's
Yes.
just kind of like
That's
the sun
actually
is setting
right.
on it.
Asia's beating us in both categories.
Yeah.
Infrastructure,
Yeah.
quality of life, soup. It's the
EVs.
Chinese century,
Yeah.
man. I'm signing up President Xi Jinping. I am ready to enlist in the Red Army.
I'd love if we could get high speed rail in the U.S. I'm all for global dictator Xi Jinping.
Absolutely.
Like, why not? Let's just make
Absolutely.
it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, like, because it's also like it's not like we have freedom of speech here.
No, we
anymore.
don't. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
what are we clinging to?
Just to be, they're upfront about it. They're like, no, I mean, listen, where you get health care, you get, a affordable apartment. Don't badmouth the president, and everything will be okay. Great. Fucking awesome. I'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
If I can get from here to Baltimore in like 2 hours, an hour 30, fuck yeah, dude, I'm down.
We're getting nothing for that trade
We're
off
getting
now.
nothing. Yeah.
So you'd sell everything just for a train, it seems like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'm kind of with Weiger.
Put me on the Snowpiercer. Why not? Hey, buddy, by the time the average person hits 60, they've lost and regained several hundred pounds. Wow. Doctors call it weight cycling. Half of Americans do it, and if you do it enough, you're at risk of diabetes, liver damage, heart attack, and stroke.
The Doughboys do that in probably just a year's time.
Oh,
Wags.
yeah.
Weight cycling is when you lose 10 or so pounds, but then you put the pounds back, plus a couple more. That puts a tremendous strain on your organs and leads to serious health issues. Bottom line, most people need help to stop weight cycling, and here's a great way. Non-prescription lean was created by doctors. Lean is an oral supplement, not a GLP-1 injectable, and the science is impressive.
Its studied ingredients also target weight loss in 3 powerful ways. Lean helps maintain healthy blood sugar, it helps control appetite and cravings, and it helps burn fat by converting it to energy.
And burning fat helps keep the weight off.
If you want to lose meaningful weight at a healthy pace and keep it off, add Lean to your diet and exercise lifestyle. Get 20% off when you enter Doughboys at takelean.com. That's code Doughboys at takelean.com. Wow. We should get to our final thoughts on original Soup Kitchen.
Another problem, by the way, a soup kitchen does not.
It sound. If I saw original Soup Kitchen, I would think it's a soup kitchen. I
Yeah,
think it's,
yeah.
where they're serving,
Bad branding all around.
Very, very disorienting. Stav, you've done the podcast before. We will go around and review this, get final thoughts, and give it a score from 0 to 5 forks. However, because it is Soup Month, because it's Crock-Dough-Burn-Pho-Est, we are not doing forks. We've been changing it up each week. We did. Do you remember any of them? We did soup forks,
and gator peens.
We did gator peens. We did another one with Jason.
I forget what we did with Jason.
How about afternooners?
Afternooners. Great. 0 to 5 afternooners. I
did pumped.
You walked in, Stav, and I was here with Aldous, and I said, oh, Aldous gave me an afternooner. Do you remember what you said?
I was like, he sucked you off and gave you a foot rub and sucked your dick.
And you said it was an Albanian custom.
Yeah. That's right. Albanian hospitality.
Stav, your thoughts and your score on afternooners.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was excited because this is an iconic episode of television. I would have loved to try a soup that was so high quality. You know, George Costanza got nervous and lost. Like, I wanted to be. I was kind of like, oh, this is fun. Even when you texted me, I was like, I was like thinking, oh, we can go to some good. I was literally like, maybe we go to some good like Chinatown ramen or pho place when we were talking. And then you're like, how about the soup Nazi? And I was like, you know what? That's fun. It's New York. I've never done it. So I was pumped. And I was like, and surely I'm getting 9 soups. I'm sure they're not all going to be good, but there's going to be some standouts. And it was one of those things where with each passing soup, it was like when Donald Trump was running for president, it's like, wait, are these all going to be bad? Like, it was like with each passing one, you're like, wait, is this really going to happen? And that's what it felt. Every spoonful, I was like, all right, well, I guess I started with the shitty one. And then it was like, okay, 0 for 2. I'm sure this next one will be good. And they were just like, going down, it was like, every note is, why is there carrots in here?
Yeah.
And all the scores are like 2.5, chicken chowder, 2.5, potato leek, 2.5, Italian wedding soup, 0 afternooners. Chicken chili, 3, unremarkable is what I said here. Tomato bisque, should have been a 3. Why is there carrots? Deducted 2.5. Shrimp chowder, same thing. Should have been 3. Why is there carrots in a shrimp corn chowder? 2.5. And it's low quality shrimp. Veggie chili, 2. No flavor. Jambalaya gets a 3.5. Bad, but at least it's spicy. Lobster bisque, 3.75.
No carrots in that one, which is probably helpful.
They might have been. I think there was carrots.
There might have been a carrot or two.
Yeah. But even the I don't know. I also gave a couple of the dunk tests. I was like, all right, at least these will be good dunking. And it's like only the potato leek, lobster bisque, and tomato passed the dunk test. And that's tough.
Yeah.
Dunking soup is like the fucking best thing in the world. That's if a soup can't be awesome dunked with bread, it's just, I don't know, 2 stars, two afternooners.
2 afternooners. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, I can't in good conscience give it anything more than that.
Wow.
A thing that you put in my head. I mean, you have the breakdown of the soups that we liked in order, right? So
you want me to go through them in order?
Sure.
From 1 to 9, lobster bisque, clam chowder, chicken and rice, black bean, chicken gumbo, jambalaya, corn chowder, minestrone, and split pea.
So the thing that you made me think of is that at Black Bean, you're starting to get to soups. I would not just go and like, if you're like, hey, it's lunchtime and will I go get a black bean soup from the original soup kitchen? No, I wouldn't. right? Like what you would
For lunch, even
for-
with a piece of fruit and bread.
yeah, no. I mean, the other three, I would go and get lunch there, and I did think that those were close to four afternooners.
Interesting.
I liked them. They were good. I don't know.
Which ones are these?
The lobster bisque, clam chowder, and
Chicken and rice.
and I guess not 4 forks for the clam chowder because like maybe 3.5 forks.
Yeah.
But lobster bisque was around 4 forks for me, and then the chicken and rice was like 3.5. It's tough. Look, the place also has lobster rolls, and that's what they're really pushing, which to me is just a sign.
Bizarre.
It's a sign that things aren't like the lobster Nazi. That's not what it is. You know what I mean?
This is also a recent addition to the menu. Like this was not a thing they've always had. This is a thing
that's why the lobster bisque had quality lobster.
Yes, yeah.
Because that makes sense. Every other meat was kind of dog shit. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. No, and I think it's like when a place is that like we're a soup place and they're pushing lobster rolls. That's not
Come to Pizza Hut. We got awesome fried chicken. What the fuck? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it doesn't make sense, and it's a sign of a place like getting bad, and the concept isn't working, but. I still had fun with you, Wags. I don't know. You know,
we had a great time.
It was. I was thinking a lot of the episode. Maybe that was kind of in my mind.
We had this is the thing. You're actually having the experience. You're seeing the signage. You're seeing like all of the quotes from the episode and like the headshot of Jason Alexander and the headshot of Larry Thomas. You're being reminded of the show that you liked and this episode that was so iconic.
Eating in the shadow of a place that we just had that sucked.
We just had it was a bad experience there, and so it's like it feels like a little bit more of a thing, and especially like we're approaching this as tourists, not as locals.
Right.
So like we're kind of having a little bit more of a good time. So that's probably earning it an extra half fork.
And you guys went too,
And we
right?
went,
Like
we
I
went.
think
We
I
went.
probably would have had a better time. And the other thing is that's a little unfair about this is I wanted to, try it all. But if we're all hanging out and we go there, what I'm actually doing is probably getting clam chowder.
Yeah.
It's probably a 3.5 type soup.
Yeah.
I'm probably dunking it. While I'm with you guys, it's probably fine. If you have a soup you like, it's going to be the shittiest. It's going to be a pretty shitty version of it, but it's not going to be horrible. So giving it kind of this encyclopedic review really hurts a place like this because I feel like I'm just not a guy who would have, potato leek or Italian wedding soup.
Right.
And even the best version of that probably I wouldn't love. So maybe it's a little unfair to it to do it this way.
No, I will say
It's
this:
totally fair. I think.
the bad soups were bad. I mean, like
There were some straight up bad soups.
split pea soup was bad, and there was a couple that were down there, and like the jambalaya, we were like, this should be so much better than it is.
Right.
It was pretty bad. I think that what we had to look forward to is going to Comic-Con and having to take a shit there. So I feel like we were in like the safest space we could be at that moment, and then after that was going to be chaos, and like. Shit, a guy was like, "Hey, I'm a fan of the Birthday Boys," and I was like, "I have to shit so bad."
Well,
And
so-
we're in line next to this guy.
We game planned it out because we're at this and we had to go to the Javits Center for New York Comic Con. And so it was like a 30-minute walk. And I'm glad we did. It was great to
was
have a
good.
post-lunch
Yeah,
walk. It was
yeah.
a lovely walk, great conversation with my friend. But we got there and we both had
I think for that 30-minute walk, you were silent for like 28 minutes. I think the line you said to me was "Nice walk, buddy" at the end of the walk.
But you're eating like all of this, hearty liquid, and you're just feeling it be processed into diarrhea, and then you're just like the walk over there was a little bit perilous. We got there and we destroyed adjacent toilet.
Yes. Were you in the one right next to me?
I was in the stall right next to you.
Oh my God! You could see into your stall.
yeah.
Did you
No,
guys
I know.
hold hands?
Oh man.
Just drilling through it. Installing a glory hole while shitting.
You don't really need you could go under or over.
Weiger hung his dick over the thing. Like he's drying a sheet in the
I'm like a
1910s.
hamster, like-
In college, I went to this. So like you find like I would find like the bathroom that had the most privacy, and there was one I found on campus. I went to UCLA that was on like the 3rd floor of like an administrative building, but it was
that.
like airport size, of like 12
Yeah.
stalls. And I was like, and there was never anyone in there.
Right.
So I would go in there, and I was like, I have to get this poison out of me or whatever. I just go do that.
You also made a jack off motion.
Well,
When
so
you do that.
here you go. Here's where this is headed. One day I'm in there, I'm taking a shit. I got my physics textbook open, and Someone, like, again, a huge bathroom. No one else is in there. Guy comes in, sits in the stall immediately next
That's
to me.
fucked up.
And I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? But whatever, fine. Like, maybe he thought this was like the most private option or whatever. Guy is sitting there, takes his sandals off. And my memory is wearing Birkenstocks. He could have been wearing shoes and socks, but he gets barefoot. Then he takes his pants completely off, folds them, and sets them on his sandals. Yeah.
Whoa.
Then, I'm like kind of observing this passively because he's in the stall right next to me.
Was it Professor Ghostface?
He then, again, I'm just shitting the whole time. He then sits his bare ass on the floor.
Oh my God, dude, he was definitely trying to.
And starts jacking off.
What the fuck? That's fucking insane,
He had this
dude.
huge pink cut dick with like red pubes.
Wait, how the fuck did you see all that?
Because I can see, because he's sitting on the floor. I'm underneath
He's got
the
a
stall.
mirror?
He's got this big dick, and he's just like jacking
Whoa.
off. And I was like trying to figure
Why
out what
did
was
he put
happening.
a mirror on his shoe? And
Me watching the footage on the toilet cam I installed earlier. Like, this guy's being fucking weird in there. I had no sense of. I was like, so.
Did you borrow your toilet cam from, what's his name? There's a guy we know with the
Oh, really?
not a friend.
We know.
Hold
on.
To be clear, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
There's an
rumor about-
allegation of a piece of shit. Who
Gotcha. Interesting.
But yeah, then he's just like, and I was like, I had no idea what was going on here. I eventually realized like, oh, this is like a hookup spot, or this guy like thought that he was maybe gonna, or maybe he was just like a foot fetishist guy, and he's like trying to jack off with my feet or something like that. But I just like hurried things.
What
up
kind
and
of
got the
feet
fuck
are you?
out of there.
What kind of shoes are you wearing?
I was just wearing like closed,
Okay.
like
Closed toe.
sneakers. Yeah, closed toe
Gotcha.
shoes.
Yeah.
So I
you
had
did
no
take them off for him, right?
You were trying
doing
his
anything
shoes
for you?
on.
Yeah. But then I remember when I like kind of hurried up and got out of there and like stood up. I remember he like kind of sat up and I saw his face for the first time. And he just had a total like just nerd head. It was
So was a nerd guy,
Yeah,
nerd
just
with a big dick.
Yeah, nerd with a big dick. You never know what's gonna have him.
Wow, holy shit, that's
Wow.
really
Really weird.
weird. I can't believe I've never heard that story before.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
So wait, how much was he jacking off? Like how many minutes did you share with his dick?
Once he started jacking off, I got out of there pretty quick.
Okay,
and it's the
okay.
kind of like it's like I was in the middle of shitting.
That's
you kind of
tough.
like wipe hurriedly. It's fucking a nightmare.
And it's like that's your vacation shit spot.
It tainted my sanctuary.
Yeah,
So like now I
yeah.
can't go back there and have this.
you
Maybe
never
it was-
went back?
Not really, no.
Maybe it was first year in college, and that's how he jacked off at home.
He was homesick. He had the same kind of tile in in the bathroom growing up.
Still, what irks me the most is just bare ass on public bathroom
Crazy.
floor. Disgusting.
Crazy.
That's
disgusting.
what got me. That's
Yeah.
of all of that. That's the most disgusting
Without
thing to me. Put your
question.
bare ass on a public toilet
Truly foul.
floor.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
But
jacking
that-
off, no big deal if you have
Yeah, whatever, but, like-
put toilet paper down.
I hated the red
Yeah.
pubes. That was the part that disgusted me the most. No, I mean, that is quite the signal, though. You're saying,
Yeah.
look, I'm putting my ass on the floor. I'm good for whatever. He was basically like, put
Right,
your
right.
dick, open this stall up and throw your dick. I'll handle it, pal.
Yeah.
He really was giving you a very clear. There's no clearer signal that he was down for a good time in that toilet than putting your bare ass on the floor.
Yeah.
Do you think the fact that he went in the stall right next to you because like that's what gets him off? Like the fact that there's a person right there like watching?
I have to think there was an element of that.
Otherwise, why I do that?
Yeah. And also like in a crude olfactory sense, he knew what I was up to in there. You know what I mean? So maybe there's like some weird like
This dude's in here to jack off
scat
too.
thing, you know?
Oh yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Or that's the place because it was, you found that it was the most secluded shitting toilet. Maybe the gay community at UCLA found out that was the most secluded cruising toilet as
Oh,
well.
sure, yeah.
So
That
you
checks
might
out.
have been fucking up their
that
sanctuary
was the whole thing. Maybe
with
I was
your
in-
straight shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, these toilets are for cum.
that guy's telling his side of the story in a much more popular podcast.
Everyone on campus knew it. Anyways, 3.75 afternooners.
Wow.
I'm surprised you're going that.
Same number Eldest has had today, probably.
Yeah.
Just 2. Oh shit.
2 already. I'm surprised you're going that high, and I took us on a tangent here, so we're running a little bit tighter on time.
3.5 afternooners.
3.5 afternooners. I think I'm
changing
going to
it.
split the difference between the two of you, because I did think there were the highs were decently high, but the lows were quite low. And also, again, just the thing I said earlier, I think this place is kind of trapped in the 90s, but not in like a fun nostalgia way, and just kind of like this food just kind of feels dated.
Right.
It doesn't feel
Sure.
like it's adding anything to the soup conversation. It also doesn't taste like a spoonful of a memory or anything like that. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, this is just a shittier version of better soups that are widely available. That said, there was some kitsch to going to the location. I did have fun, and I think that lands me at like, if you're us and you're like, hey, I like Seinfeld. Hey, it's the Soup Nazi place. Let's try it out. I think what you're in for is a 3 afternooner experience. I think it delivers right on the promise of the premise.
I
in
think
terms of what
that's
you're getting from the
fair.
Soup Nazi
That's
place.
fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
How many forks do you give Michael Richards said at the Laugh Factory? I know you. I think you're. I can say it for you. 5 forks.
5 forks, yeah.
Yeah. No. That,
He was just a decade too early. 2025 is getting a Netflix special. All right, it's time for a segment. I got a food stuff. We're going to decide if you should put it in your mouth. It's Snack or Whack. And hey, this was a little bit of an audible because we got this handed to us from a fan, Rohit, who we met at New York Comic Con.
okay. Uh-oh.
These are some Canadian snacks. These are ketchup popcorn.
Ooh.
So here
I
we
think
go.
those are just kernels. I think you have to pop those.
Wait, what?
I think it's just kernels.
just
Doesn't it say
kernels?
kernels on the top?
Oh, they're just kernels.
Just kernels. You got a popcorn machine in here?
Yeah. And a cotton candy machine.
well, you
Just
fucked
hand it
that
to the
up.
chimpanzee. He'll do it.
Well, shout out to Rohit anyway. We'll taste him back in LA. All right, we'll do something else. I got a food-related exam. Mitch and Stav must compete for superiority. It's Slop Quiz Candy Edition. These are compiled by Amelia. Each
Okay.
question here is a 2-parter, so these are Halloween candy themed. Part 1, and you can buzz in with your name. This candy, invented in the 1880s by a Wonderly Candy Company employee, was originally called Chicken Feed. The options are Tootsie Rolls, Smarties, candy corn, and licorice.
Mitch.
Stav.
I heard Mitch.
Candy corn.
Mitch gets a point.
Fuck, I knew it was candy.
Part 2, the Wonderly Candy Company, which still sells candy corn to this day, now goes by what name? Jelly Belly, Mars Wrigley, Mondelez International, or Haribo?
Can you say that again?
The Wonderly Candy Company, which still sells candy corn to this day, now goes by what name? Jelly Belly, Mars Wrigley, Mondelez International, and Haribo.
Stav. Mondelez International.
It is not Mondelez International.
Can you say the options again?
No, fuck you. He said it twice.
All right, B. Mitch, B.
No one gets a point. It was Jelly Belly.
Jelly Belly.
Okay.
Mitch has a point. Stav, yet to get on the board. Question number 3.
It's only 2 questions.
Part
You have to
1.
remind them.
Part 1. This brand of candy is prominently featured in Steven Spielberg's 1982 film
Mitch.
Eat.
Stav. Fuck.
Reese's Pieces.
damn it.
That's right. Mitch gets another point. Part 2. Spielberg originally wanted to feature a different candy, his personal favorite, but the brand wished to read the script first.
Mitch. M&M's.
It is correct.
I'm getting
Mitch
my
cleaning
ass
up.
fucked on this one.
Okay. Mitch has 3 points. Next one. Part 1 of this question. This is question number 5. Up until 1990, this candy bar used to be called a marathon bar in the UK. Mars bar, Butterfinger, Twix, or Snickers.
I know the answer. but-
No, don't fucking patronize me. Say the answer. Stop, Mars bar.
Oh,
It is not Mars bar.
oh shit. That's what I thought the answer was. Mitch, C.
No, it is not Twix. It's Snickers. I was surprised to learn this.
Oh, Snickers.
Snickers was called a marathon bar in the UK
Interesting.
up until 1990.
Oh, because the peanuts and shit. That makes sense. Okay.
Part 2,
'Cause
the
the
name
peanuts?
Snickers comes from...
that says marathon to you
seems like more a thing you eat during a marathon.
during a marathon. Yeah, that is fat logic. Yeah, peanuts are basically vegetables. You have that when you run a marathon.
Part 2, the name Snickers came from the Mars family's favorite blank. Pet, racehorse, comic strip series, or TV show?
Oh man, I have no idea.
Stav Pet.
No, it's not pet.
Mitch, racehorse?
Mitch, you are correct. You got it.
Bullshit.
I'm really happy there was no E, and it had something to do with, let's say, the other soup restaurant you guys were talking about.
We do have a tiebreaker, which we don't need, but I'll read it anyway.
Fuck you, Weiger.
You want to put all the beans on it? I'll do it. I'm a gambling man.
No,
Winner takes all.
Oh, wow.
Fun-sized candy bars became popular in the U.S. during which time period?
They're named after Mitch's dick.
Weiger's like, that is correct.
The time periods in question, which period did these become popular during? 1910s, 1930s, 1950s, or 1970s?
The fun size.
Yeah.
Stav, 60s.
Not the 60s. Also, 60s not an option.
Okay. I'm trying to lose the game the most anyone's ever lost it.
Not an answer.
Not even an answer, brother.
Mid 70s?
No, and this actually makes sense if you think about it. 1930s, the Depression era. Yeah, they're rebranding a less product as fun size.
That does
There
make
you go.
sense.
Yeah, that does make
Yeah.
sense.
All right.
Mitch wins. Hey, just like a rest of our feedback, let's open the feedback. Today's email is from Matt B, a.k.a. Cheeseburgowski on the Discord. Matt writes, I'm from Rochester, New York, home of such luminaries as Philip Seymour Hoffman and Mike Hanford. Their local soup and sandwich spot offers a seasonal strawberry soup, which is exactly as disgusting as it sounds.
Oh my God.
Hot strawberry ice cream with salt instead of sugar. Do you think there are any desserts or that sounds nasty?
I know.
Do you think there are any
sugar
desserts?
and I'm listening.
Yeah, exactly. Any desserts or sweet treats that could translate to a soup, or conversely, any soups you would like to see get the salt and straw treatment? XOXO, the guy Gabrus called the alpha of the loser table at the DC live show.
I remember that guy.
I remember that guy.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah,
I was there. Yeah.
This is also Rochester has the garbage plate.
That's
which
right.
is, which is way more.
Which I've never had.
Oh yeah.
Stav, you ever had a garbage plate?
Nah, I mean it doesn't look that appeling to me.
It's slop. It is a bunch
It's
of
a little
slop.
slop.
But they're not bad. You know,
What
it's
is
all
it? It's
good
like
slop.
what is it? It's like hash browns and fucking like what? I don't even remember exactly.
It's half. It's either hash browns or French fries and mac
Okay.
salad, and then 2 cheeseburger patties on top of it, and then chili on top of that. I think is what it
Sounds
is.
pretty good.
That's too much for me.
Yeah,
I tap out there. I don't know why. I like a fucked up fry based dish, but it's the mac salad. You're losing me. I don't want that at all. And then yeah, I mean, I guess just give me chili cheese fries. Take the burger patties out.
Yeah,
that's a little too much for me, honestly.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's all, you know. Rochester doesn't have a lot besides Philip Seymour Hoffman and Hanford. They kind of they're hanging on to anything they can. So, but I think some sort of churro soup would be fun. What do you think of that?
That's interesting. I mean, I guess in this exercise, are we making it savory or just because I mean, a churro-y sort of in a slurry texture, I could see that being like a fun sort of like.
I think chunks of bread and then kind of like a cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of there's like the butter. What is it called? Butterscotch Bodino at what's the
I don't know what you're asking.
the pizza place. The pizza place. You know the famous pizza.
Domino's.
Mozza.
Okay, yeah.
Mozza has a butterscotch Bodino, and I'm like thinking of like something like, because that's close to soup, right?
What's a Bodino? I don't even.
Bodino is just, it's almost like a pudding kind of.
Oh.
And so,
but it's sweet though, right?
It's sweet, yes.
See, but this motherfucker's talking about putting salt, because strawberry soup doesn't sound bad to me until he says it's salt.
It's salt, yes.
The salt is the fucked up part.
So it has to be hot, it has to be a hot soup. What
hot
we're saying?
and savory, I feel like, is the spirit of the question.
Fuck,
Because
that's
otherwise,
hard.
just warming up ice cream, I'll fucking eat that. I'll do any fucking warmed up ice cream you serve me.
The thing that like Christian Bale does to gain weight.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'll do that for a little snack.
This isn't, I mean, I know this is an oversimplification of what mole is, which is, Oaxacan sauce with a whole bunch of different ingredients.
But now your head is in the right
when
spot.
we're talking like chocolate and peanuts that are like savory,
I was going to say something peanut buttery, because I feel like pad thai uses peanut in a savory way. I feel like you could figure out a peanut-based soup that's savory that's pretty good.
How about a hot Snicker? That sounds like if
The
you
hot-
had
yeah.
the hot Snicker. If you had like a soup that was
Hot
like
Snickers
chocolate,
sounds pretty good.
chocolate based soup, and there's peanuts in there, and then I don't know what else. I
Or
don't
like
know.
a Reese's.
What's the
hot
flavor
Reese's
profile
soup.
though?
That's that. I don't know. That's
I like that too, but again, I just like the sweet version of it.
Yeah, I'd
When
rather
you're
have that.
talking about making it savory, I'm having a hard time. But yes, I think a dark chocolate and a peanut is maybe the way to go.
Yeah, I've had like some, and I like vanilla. Not vanilla as a flavor; it's not plain. But I've had like a vanilla risotto before. It's like, oh, this kind of works. This adds it's a little bit of a different context for it.
Well, in some way, we were talking about the cream and crab soup. If you take the crab out, it's kind of like a cream and sherry. It's kind of,
Right.
it actually weirdly is sort of has a
Dessert-like.
desserty kind of rich flavor profile. So maybe that's the flip side. Cream of crab ice cream. If you take the crab out and it's like a cream sherry, I'm kind of listening to that.
Yeah.
you know?
That fits to me. I'm wondering if there's any 1-to-1 that you could do with a dessert to make it.
Well, I think like if you I think you could have a yummy if it was like a good quality produce. I think you'd have like a yummy like tomato sorbet or tomato ice cream. Like if you figured out how to sweeten that just right, I think that could be interesting.
it would
I
be
agree.
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how often I'd want it, but that is
sure.
Yeah. That's
But I
not
mean, like
bad.
again, if we're thinking of like the weird like salt and straw flavors or whatever, if they had like a gazpacho ice
All right.
cream and
They
you're having
just-
that,
they
it's like,
just do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that maybe working.
Is there like a tart fruit, like a berry that could become a soup?
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, is there something, or maybe like grapefruit, it's kind of
Like
sour.
a raspberry, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a raspberry.
Yeah.
Or like I know red bean soup is a thing, but red beans also used in a lot of desserts.
Oh yeah, Korean buns will have like I bet you a bean ice cream could work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? The question was too hard.
That's what I was gonna say. My note is too
Yeah,
hard.
fuck this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Just trying to
fuck
You
stump
went, and by the way, you
Doughboys.
went from Rochester to see the Doughboys in DC. You fucking loser. How about that? That's a fucking long trip.
and
What the fuck is wrong with
he's
you?
the alpha of our
You're
listeners.
the alpha god. You know what? We're stripping you of alpha categorization. You traveled too far for a live podcast.
You shouldn't go see the Doughboys in DC from Northern Virginia. If you live in the city, that's fine. But hey,
Our alphas, the version of 28 years later of our alphas, I just can't picture. I'm saying the hogs on our guys.
He's got Harvey Weinstein's dick.
a zombie that has to
Like a
inject
weird-
himself.
if you have a question or comment
I
about the
need
world,
that injector, by the way. I fucking
Chain
want that
restaurants.
thing. I'm gonna open up Harvey. Oh, he's alive. I forgot.
Yeah. No, I've always dreamed of the Reebok pump on one of your nuts to make your dick hard. Where you just like your dick gets hard. Because I heard about before dick pills. People really did used to do that.
they did. Yeah, you get a physical pump implanted.
And there's like a German guy in Greece who was like just some dirtbag German tourist, and he would just like my uncle was friends with him, and he told the story about how this guy would just get his dick hard by pumping his nuts.
Oh my god.
And it honestly sounds pretty cool.
I remember. No, it's very cyberpunk. I remember watching this. I remember
The
watching.
girl almost just does the deflate button.
There was I remember watching like some TLC or Discovery Channel or something. It was like one of those medical things, and it was like an old guy with his wife, and they were going in because he had to get like his penis pump, his thing that inflated his dick so his dick could get hard, like replaced or updated or something like
Yeah.
that. And part of what they showed in this documentary was him like holding hands with his wife and the surgeon, saying a prayer before his surgery, so that he could have his implant to fuck his wife.
By the way,
That's awesome.
Nick was watching this as a child on Halloween night. That's what he was doing instead of going out.
I got next year's costume sorted. Email us at feedback@birdfuck.com. Leave us a voicemail at 830-GO-DO. That's 830-463-6844. Our producers, Emma Erdbrink. Our associate producers, Amelia Marino. Our video editors, Mike Dorfman. Thank you, Emma and Mike, so much for coming out.
Yeah.
Thank you to Eldis for helping us
thank
out
you,
out
Eldis.
here. And I pour one out for Casey Donahue.
Yeah.
Doughboys apparel and merchandise available in partnership with Kinship Goods. KinshipGoods.com/Doughboys. And the Doughboys Double our weekly bonus episode over at Patreon.com/Doughboys. Stavros Halkias, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for hosting us.
Yeah,
What a
absolutely.
but
Ruled.
That's
Yeah, thank
such a
you.
generous
Yeah.
act. Really
This was
appreciate
great.
it, buddy.
Anytime I'm trying to become the Doughboys Rookie of the Year. You know, what was the when did I first do it? It was like this summer or whatever.
It was within
Pretty
yeah,
recent.
yeah.
So in
yeah.
a calendar year, I would like to establish from when I did it to that. I'm just trying to become the Rookie of the Year, and I would like a plaque for that. Don't pay me for. You talked about paying me. Don't pay me for this. I would just like to rig the Doughboys Rookie of the Year voting and win that award.
I love this idea.
This is great.
and then
And
you,
you
can
can-
do it going forward.
Yeah,
it could be like
I love it.
a,
I think you're beating right now like Sussers or like Kowalik. It's not tough competition.
No,
You're gonna
certainly
win.
not,
Yeah,
certainly
yeah.
not. But yeah, guys, this was so fun. I love the show. If you guys like this, come see me. I'm doing a big stand-up tour. Eldis is also my tour manager. You can watch him. You could see him drink an afternooner live. We're going all over the place. Go to stavi.biz. I'm going to be in Boston in December. We have, I think, Memphis. And then we're about to announce a fuck ton of dates, including like, I'm coming to Florida, Vermont, Buffalo, actually, Ohio, Kentucky. I mean, I'm coming all over. You know, a bunch of Ohio dates, Atlanta.
You could do that 9/11 Tavern in Buffalo for wings.
Yeah, I'm excited to get some wings.
You're gonna be in Boston at the Wilbur, right?
I'm gonna be in Boston at the Wilbur. We got a big New York show coming. We have a lot of really cool stuff coming up. So stavi.biz, please check it out and come see me, guys.
Wow, there you go.
And see Begonia. I mean, they don't need me. Fucking Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. It feels stupid when I plug it. If no one's like 8 fucking losers are coming because of me. They're like, whoa, that's the guy from the podcast. the person that makes everyone else in the theater nervous will be there because of me. But check out Begonia. It's a really great movie.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, congrats, buddy.
And yeah, thanks guys. And Stavi's World. You'll be, if you like this episode, you'll be familiar with the background.
Yeah, we didn't talk about how we have our Doughboys signage up here.
Yeah. Can you hold on to this if we come back?
Absolutely.
We may check it to LA. We may bring it back. Who knows where we're going to record at some point.
That'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. And until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Taker Wager. Happy eating.
See ya. Also, I'm going to go use the UCLA method in your bathroom right now.
Bye.
That was a Headgum podcast.